everybody, and welcome back to Streaming Rainbow. You are watching Half of My Soul, our 5-part tabletop role-playing anthology where we reclaim the tragic weight of ancient myth and bend the arc toward joyous, unapologetic queer survival and thriving. If you're watching us live on Twitch or catching this on YouTube, by live I mean being aired live, but this was pre-recorded. Do us a massive favor, hit that follow button, subscribe to the channel, and click the link in the description to join our community on Discord. Our door's always open, community's at the center of what we do, and because these corporate platforms that we use to reach you require that we have a certain number of people subscribe to us to be able to do some of the basic functions that it provides you, we would love for you, if you're into what we're doing, to do that, so that we can do more things for you. So check that out. Get in the Discord. Hang out with us if you want to play more games, which is what these 5 system structures are all about. They're about putting games in conversation with each other, playing 5 of them in 5 weeks with an interesting group of artists and players, which is what we have here today, and exploring specific themes. In this case, Have My Soul is one of our 2 5 system campaigns focused on pride. Now, by the time you're watching this, June's over. But you know what? Pride is whenever the fuck we say it is. And so we are continuing our Pride work. And in relation to that, we would like to also point you toward a really important fundraising initiative that we have. Eli, would you like to say more?
Hey, everybody. Yeah, Pride is still happening. Welcome to Gay Wrath. It is the best time of the year. No, we for half of Pride and into now, we have been raising funds for our very own Serafina Smith. If you haven't watched her work on Streaming Rainbow, please go do it. It's some of the best campaigns we have. Hallie's Children being one of them. And she is a trans woman who had to leave Texas and pack up her life and move for her own well-being and safety. She is safe now. She's totally okay. But moving is expensive. So we are raising funds to help recoup some of the loss of moving costs and loss of income, just not being able to work while she was moving. So please follow the link in our Ko-Fi down below. You won't get any like fun rewards or anything like that, but you will get the knowledge of knowing that you've helped out truly one of the best humans in the world. So we thank you very much. And if you can't donate, we also totally understand. It was expensive. Pride is expensive. So if you can't donate, just put it out there for everyone else to go out there and see what they can do to help. So thanks in advance.
Yeah. Love that. And yeah, just amplify is what we're looking for here, right? If you can't afford to give for any reason, we love you. We're grateful. Thank you for being here. Just share, right, is what we would ask if you feel comfortable doing it. Share the work that we do here. Share the information for this fundraising initiative, because Sarah is awesome and we should show up for each other in ways that matter, right? So in our first session of Half of My Soul, we sailed the Aegean Sea in John Harper and Sean Nittner's mythic role-playing game Aegon, published by Evil Hat Productions. Together, our glorious demigods stood on blood-soaked sands of Nemo's shattered high priest Harkon's corporate religious monopoly and purified the alchemical runoff poisoning the sea caves. We proved that our heroes do not bow to exploitative authority. We stand as a chosen family. But tonight, the sun-drenched marble of ancient Greece dissolves. The creaking of trium oars fades, replaced by the gentle splashing of fresh river water, the soft hum of fireflies, and the shimmering, boundary-defying twilight of fairyland. See, tonight we are playing Under Hollow Hills, a masterpiece of a role-playing game of fairy tale travel and performance designed by the legendary Meguey Baker and Meguey Vincent Baker, creators of Apocalypse World as well, which is where the term Powered by the Apocalypse comes from. It is also a Powered by the Apocalypse game, which means that it has a 2d6 central action roll. There were design contributions from Faye, Elliott, and Toby Baker, and it was published by Lumpley Games. Meguey and Vincent, as I mentioned, are the foundational minds who created this entire subgenre, its central conversational engine, which is a rules-light fiction-first framework that we're going to be using to guide our story tonight, that you've seen us do in a lot of other games, and that many of you likely have played yourselves. So it's really cool that we get to play such a significant game in the history of this subgenre tonight. Our performances tonight take place in a beautiful sandbox setting called a naming day. This is an occasion to perform written by San Dunewald of Dice Exploder. We've adapted it a bit to what we're doing here, but we use the bones of that because when I was doing my research for this, I found it really interesting and compelling, and Sam made it available to all of us for free. So thank you, Sam. Our wagons are rolling onto the reedy banks of the Buckeye River for the naming day of a fairy baby born to the swamp nymph Agrian. But as we prepare to put on a show under the crooked moon, we're going to ground our fairy magic in the historical themes of Sasha Cower's landmark book, Queer as Folklore, published by Unbound. As Sasha beautifully documents, traveling, constant movement, and the refusal to settle down into rigid societal boxes is a deeply historic cross-cultural thread of queer community, performance, and survival. So we're going to be keeping that in mind thematically as we dig into this particular game. The circus astounding does not settle. We carry our home in our wagons, we protect each other, and we use our art to enchant a world that wants to put us in cages. So before we pull back the canvas, let's meet our traveling family. Performers, please introduce yourselves with your names and pronouns, character name and pronouns. There's sylvan kind or fairy kind, or if you're mortal. And there's summer and winter imagery. Again, if you're a mortal, that would apply a little bit differently. Who would like to begin?
I'll go first.
All right.
I am Neon Saline. I use they, she pronouns, and I will be playing Bijou Bonton, who is using she, they pronouns for now. She is a fairy and is also known as the Crowned Stag.
Love it. Popcorn it, please, to the next person.
Eli, you should go.
Hello, everyone. I am Orlin Tallbriar, and I am immortal. I'm not immortal. I am amortal. I am a lostling, so I am a human person. We don't know. And I am playing the playbook of the lostling. And I'm going to pop it to the creepy clown. Hello, creepy clown.
Hello. I am playing Kavi, who goes by they them pronouns and is a very slender, weirdly proportioned slender man looking shape, dressed in a harlequin garb, moves very gracefully, very flowy. As they are a performer, I am playing as the Lantern Jack playbook.
Love that. And please popcorn it.
Oh yes, popcorning it to Incha.
Hi, I'm Incha. She, they pronouns, and I'm playing Nomi, the maker. She is just a little guy, but like a mouse, but like a little guy, but also tall, but a little guy. She's a planner. Let her work. She is she goes by she, they pronouns, and she is just this plain looking mousy girl who smells of moss and water, loves to be outside, but also loves to see things a going. And I am playing the playbook of the Chieftain Mouse. And
I
I'm
love
gonna
that.
popcorn over it to Danny.
Thank you so much, Intra. Thank you, everybody. We're really lucky to have all of you at this table. So thank you so much for playing this game with me. Now, I want to let the audience know, especially if this is the first episode that you've watched of this or this format, that a core philosophy involved in it, and a lot of what we're doing now at Streaming Rainbow, is transparency in a lot of different ways. Specifically, want to highlight here that we want to show you that you don't need to have years of experience or a massive booklet to pick up a new indie RPG and tell a legendary story, whether it's at home or on camera. I'm going to be fully honest with you. I've never run Under Hollow Hills before tonight. I've never even played it, right? The whole table has never played the game before. Actually, I think, Neon, you might have mentioned that you played it once 5 years ago or something. I
Not
right
this
about
one. I think
Not
it
this
was
one?
Aegon that I played once 5 years
That
ago.
was Aegon.
That's what it was. I mixed it up. So yeah, nobody's played this at all.
You were so
before.
much more experienced then.
So look, we're gonna maybe get some rules wrong. We're gonna have to stop down in some moments and be like, we gotta check this. Oh yeah, that thing. How does this play work? What does it mean when you're dealing with summer and winter? And like it's got a lot of bits to it because it's very meaningfully designed. This text, the core text, is 328 pages long, right? Even the guiding text that we have along for each playbook alongside the actual sheets, which are 2 pages long, are 15 to 16 pages long. And then the explainers on the obvious plays, which are the moves, if you're at all familiar with PBTA, that everybody can do. They're not playbook specific. And then circus plays also, which are sort of like the group version of that. They have a 24-page document that explains them. So we may need to stop down sometimes to do that. You would need to do the same thing. But the best way to learn how to play these games, in our opinion, is to play them, right? I mean, you want to look at the text, you want to take that seriously. And some people, different people learn better different ways, may get everything that they need just by reading it on the page. But I tend to find that when you put it up on its feet and you put it into practice with a bunch of interesting artists, it really sings in a way that helps me at least better understand how to play it than I do when I'm just looking at it on its own. So we're going to be doing that in front of all of you here on camera for this, our Year of Pride. So, you know, I just want you to think about maybe doing the same thing for yourselves. Now, maybe with Under Hollow Hills, because it is a really wonderful game. Maybe it's with a different game. Whatever it is, we just want to show you there's nothing scary about doing it. It's okay if you don't know everything. Everybody's going to love you anyway if they're the people who you should be around. And just get together and have some fun telling a meaningful story. So that's what we're going to do. I am going to be the Mistress of Ceremonies today, which is the official term for the facilitator in this game. You call me MC if you'd like. Or you just call me Danny, because we don't have to stand on ceremony so much. There aren't any stat blocks or grid maps for this kind of thing. It is a collaborative conversation, as all PBTA is. I'm going to describe the Sylvan world and the NPCs. You all, as the players at the table, are going to describe what your characters do, and whenever a character's action matches a specific trigger, we're going to call for a play. When you trigger a play, and it's important to go in that order when at all possible, right? That we be fiction first, focus on what we want to do narratively, present that, and then we work out, well, what is that exactly? Is it this play? Is it that play? If you have a play in mind, you're more than welcome to do that, but let's try to get into the fiction before we get into the mechanics. When you trigger a play, you roll 2 standard D6s. Modifiers are not static. They're dynamically assigned based on your character's current emotional state, whether they're currently acting bold or careful, free or careful, or carrying specific trappings and bindings. Those are all terms that are specific to this game that we will deal with as we go. It is normal PBTA outcomes, which for those who might be watching who are not aware of that, that means that when you're rolling your 2d6 with any potential modifiers, a 10 plus is a very strong hit, is how it's referred to here. So you achieve exactly what you set out to do with spectacular flair, choosing beneficial side effects, at least some of the time, might depend on the play. 7 and 9 is a strong hit. You still succeed, but with a catch, a compromise, a cost, or a hard choice. So those of you who have played other games where there are mixed successes or riffs on that, that is what that is. And then a 6 or less is a miss. So miss does not mean failure. It means the story takes a sudden dramatic turn. So I, as the MC, get to make a move to complicate your lives, pushing the drama forward. It's a little gift to me. So we are also going to, if anybody wants to, potentially utilize a wonderful accessibility feature mentioned in the book, the silent hand die signal. So if you're in the middle of a scene and want to speak, but don't want to talk over somebody, you can simply hold your 2 dice in your hand into the play space in front of the camera. And we as a table, so not just me, I will take responsibility as facilitator, but everybody at the table is responsible for supporting everybody, playing to lift with everybody, and keeping everything safe for everybody. So anybody who sees it is welcome to acknowledge that and act accordingly. I will take responsibility for definitively doing that in case everybody else misses it. Any questions about the use of that? Cool beans. All right, finally, we got to understand fairy laws in this world, beholden and insults. In fairyland, gifts and favors are never free. So when somebody does you a favor or gives you a gift, you are beholden to them. Fairy law and your sylvan nature demand that you make good and deliver the balance. If you do not, they may consider it an insult. And if someone insults you, you have an unimpeachable right to weigh that insult and respond in due measure. And no other fairy would stand before you and assert that you've overstepped. We'll get into what that means specifically as we play, but conceptually, does anybody have any questions? Cool.
Nope.
When we get into introducing your characters, I would love for you all to do a couple of things. One is really immerse us in them from a mind palace perspective, right? Help us understand what they look like, how they carry themselves, who they are, and how they're feeling right now. And then, in the most dynamic way possible, which will include potentially questions from other people at the table, not just me. So I don't want it to just be like, MC to player, MC to player, MC to player. Anybody is empowered here to be able to be a part of this conversation as you'd like. You don't have to. It's an opt-in, not an opt-out. It's invitation, not expectation. I would like for you to take us on a tour of your sheet, because most people who've played this, or most people who are watching this, will have never played Under Hollow Hills before. So I would love for them to have a grounded understanding before we start playing of what it is we're talking about. So if I were playing The Winding Rose, you would be able to give a name, where things are at the moment on the sheet with regard to summer, winter trappings and bindings, if that's applicable at all, and let them know what's going on with place, what's going on with plays, what do those plays do, and your job. Well, there's a little bit of guidance on the back end on the second page here that just tells you how to do everything. So if at any point you need to better illuminate any element of it, or you have a question, if you just go to the second page of your sheet, you kind of have the answers there. And if you're not sure what they are, you can ask me what they are. Anybody have any questions about that before we set it up? Cool beans. All right. So I can pick somebody, or you can volunteer. Who would like to introduce their character first? Fish, I see you thinking. You're muted.
I was trying to unmute because I was like, I could do it, and then I unmuted the wrong one. So
I got you.
but yes, I can take y'all on a tour of my character sheet first. So, Kavi is very distinct in their forms. In their summer form, they are tall, slender, very graceful. If they weren't so graceful, it could almost be perceived as creepy. But they give off a more dancer vibe than like the seesaw is seesawing, but it's just a smidge more dancer than creepy. Their summer form, they kind of emit sparks. They have 4 arms instead of 2 and a crooked grin. Their skin kind of iridesces purple almost in the spots where you can see it. It's mostly they're held together in like a Harlequin costume. And the parts where their skin would be visible, it's just kind of a black void with a kind of iridescent purple sheen. And they are, and of the we get to pick adjectives as part of like this distinct list of features. And the 2 features that I decided to pick for this one is enticing and sexless. And they go by they, them pronouns for this form. In their winter form, however, they take a little bit more of like a protective bug sort of form, in that 2 of their 4 arms become beetle wings that hide in the fabric of their Harlequin attire. The attire sort of changes the pattern a little bit, which, is a little bit of a question of, what do you mean your clothing changes pattern when you change form? Is the clothing part of you? What are you talking about? They, instead of sparks, it's a little more like lightning bugs. It's a little more twinkly than harsh. The purple becomes more of like an iridescent black instead like the purple almost vanishes. And they become charming. And their pronouns in their kind of more protected winter state is they, she.
Nice.
Because they don gender as a protective measure.
I love that. And that
says
so that
nothing
everybody
about
knows.
me. That says nothing about me. I don't know what you're talking about.
How dare anyone read into your artistry something about your lived experience? Who would think such a thing? I will say, I want everybody to know who's watching this also that the game is very supportive of that at the level of design, right? So it does leave space for that sort of self-expression and exploration overtly.
It's literally a spot on the character sheet. They give you a list of things you can pick, so it's super easy to visualize and distill these two main forms.
And I would love it tells you to do different pronouns. Like you don't have to be which I love.
Gender is a construct anyway.
This is what I'm saying, and it can be contextual, right? Fluidity is like that, you know. So I do want to say a little bit, because you're playing the Lantern Jack. I want to give a little bit of general Lantern Jack context. It says here, you're pisky kind, enchanting, sprightly, full of fun and malice. In the circus, you can be clown, juggler, and tumbler, purveyor of novelties, trinkets, tickets, and refreshments, provisioner and planner. You're always there as a voice of reason. You might play someone by daring them to follow you, or by greeting them with honest pleasure. You might play a situation by tripping it gaily or by vanishing. And great and small revelers all calls out to the hob. Direct your attention to the center ring and wear your pockets. Ha ha! And I do want to specifically highlight there the repeated use of the term play, because that is very, very important. It is what we are doing here above table. It is what you are doing in the game. There's a reason why the moves are called plays and not moves here, because we are here to play. That is the entire point.
Also, let's get something so clear. The list of responsibilities of the Lantern Jack is in fact in order of importance for this character specifically, not in the game. The game lets you do whatever you want, but like for this character, are they a voice of reason? Nah, they're a voice of reason. They're a voice of their own reason. You don't know their reason. They're a voice of their reason. They're planning for their own nonsense. They're providing for their own nonsense. The biggest thing is that they are a juggler and tumbler. They like entertaining. They like bringing joy to people. They like bringing mischief. They are the ultimate rage baiter. I think they would find rage baiting. They would find 6-7 the funniest thing. The funniest thing. Absolute funniest. But yeah, the Kavi is kind of all over the place in that they delight when others don't know what to think about them.
I love that. I cannot wait to see Kavi in action. And I do want to mention, because you talked about summer and winter here, and this is also to give us grounding for everybody else's introductions. Summer and winter represent the Sylvan spectrum of emotional, visual, and narrative change that fairy characters navigate over the course of the campaign, right? We're only playing one session here. So we're going to get into all of the elements, the mechanics of the game that we reasonably can in the next few hours, right? Summer represents unbidden beauty, warmth, guileless delight, and a deep, messy connection with others, whereas winter represents stasis, untamed beauty, chill, and hard, self-assured detachment from sylvan ties. So as characters travel and perform, y'all are going to step back and forth between these seasons. This internal change is made visible to the table through two core systems. There's an imagery shift, right? Each playbook has 5 lists of descriptive elements such as style, eyes, colors, clothing, etc. This is what Fish was just getting at a bit. When you step toward winter, you erase a mark in your summer column and you mark the corresponding line under winter, changing how you visually and narratively describe your character to reflect their growing chill. So if I'm understanding that correctly, and please correct me if any of you read this differently, you're mixing and matching elements of summer and winter as you're going. So it's a gradient, almost like a spectrum, almost like it's fluid. We're not saying anything.
What a wild, unrelatable concept that I do not understand at all. What do you mean?
Yeah. And then mechanical modifiers are the other side of it. So shifting your season physically alters the math of your rolls, right? Like when your character steps towards summer or winter, you got to take one away from one of your plays rolls and add one to a different plays roll, adjusting your modifiers to a minimum of -2 and a maximum of +3 to match your evolving feelings, right? I got some stuff like this also on Free and Careful that we're going to get into when we get into the only person here dealing with Free and Careful, because we have a mortal at the table, everybody. But before then, the last thing that I would like to touch on before we move on to the next spotlight, again, because we are learning ourselves and we're teaching people the game, we can skip the bindings. This is on the document, by the way, the longer one, the 16, 17 page one, 15 page, sorry, in your case, of your playbook. I would love to get a quick sense of what's going on with the Lantern Jack plays.
The Lantern Jack plays, the specific ones that I get are Dare Them to Follow You, where I can kind of lure people wherever I desire. There's Greet Them with Honest Pleasure, where I get to basically be all like, we don't have an issue, do we? We don't have any problems. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Trip It Gaily is basically, look at me.
Oh, you also have Vanish, by the way, just above that.
Oh, it's below that on my sheet.
Oh, copy.
So I was just going down the list. Yeah.
Copy.
It's in alphabetical order on my sheet, so.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
And then Vanish is that I am gone. Seriously, it says when you vanish, roll on a hit, you've gone. Tell the MC where you reappear. on slightly lower than like on a different, like on a range on 7 to 9, you're nearby, just invisible. I just vanish. I literally vanish, and it's great, and I can just sneak up on people, and it's wonderful. And I didn't have a voice for this character, but I think I just found it in the way that I'm talking about this. So
it fully feels like you did.
The voice found me, actually.
Yeah, you're which is how we like it in Fairyland. You do not need to tell me, and none of you are going to need to tell me where you put all your numbers for everything, but so that everybody watching knows, there's +2s, +1s, zeros, and -1s that have to get put across all of your plays, right? So that is your obvious plays and your Lantern Jack plays. So you will have each all assigned those out. When you go to use them for the first time, that's when you're going to tell me what the number is, because otherwise
I won't be
it's
specific.
going to mean nothing right now.
I won't be specific about how I arrange them yet, but I will say I am a mischievous little guy who likes the spotlight. And oh boy, is this going to be fun. This voice found me. The voice absolutely attacked me from the back. I'm here. I'm ready.
I like it. I'm going to ask that we stay with our fairy folk, if that's okay, and then end with our lostling, just so that we have an ease of conversation when it comes to differing mechanics.
I was going to say that I should go last, so yeah, I'm down.
Perfect.
And then, because then I can seamlessly make a quip about the amount of murder that has been done upon me, specifically, during our time as a traveling troupe.
The last bit of mischief I'm going to ask you for right now, Fish, is which of your fellow Fae would you like to see go next?
Well, and this is Javi reaching out of me, but Inchas receding into their sleeves. I'm going to
I'm just doing that because I'm cold.
Aww. Super fair and valid. I got this hoodie on for comfort. I feel you and shit. We're right here.
I'm sitting in front of a space heater in San Diego, so I get it.
It's 99 degrees with insane humidity in the Midwest. I don't understand. I'll never be cold again.
I'm in Miami.
I know. That's because
I have a fan next to me, and then I love you. On for the comfort.
I love you deeply. Everybody in Miami is a fucking pussy when it comes to mild and moderate temperature.
I can't argue with that because it's very real. I will say I lived in New York for a while.
The blistering temperature.
Living in New York made me
degrees.
less of that. But I will say, to defend the other people in Miami, we live in soup. We live in constant soup. So you know how you feel the heat more in the soup? You feel the cold more also. Does anybody want to walk through cold soup? Nah, it's not fun.
I can't believe you're trying to make me feel bad for you when I live in the tumultuously weathered portion of San Diego, where the weather is a blisteringly cold 68 degrees with a humidity of 0.
The only place that's more consistent in temperature is Hawaii.
Yes.
That's actually not true.
It's no. You live
where
in
I
the
live
place
is more consistent. Why?
Yeah, that's
you live
true.
in the place where nature has air conditioning set at a
Yeah,
reasonable
yeah.
level all of the time. All right,
Wild.
so
Anyway, Insha.
Insha,
Let's talk about a
yes.
mouse.
Let's talk about your chieftain mouse. Where that chieftain mouse at?
Um, I ain't gonna lie, I forgot how we're structuring this.
I got you. I'm going to walk you through it. It's going to be great. You are going to give us a visual description, help ground us in the mind palace, right, of your character. Then you're going to give us a little tour of your character sheet, which let me go to the chieftain mouse one, and then we can do that. We can talk about that very specifically. Just going to move up here. All right. So if you actually go to the second page, right, you have of chieftain mouse stuff, right? You have the whole way that you built your character. Let's talk about it generally in that order, right? So you're going to talk about your job, and you'll have already given. Actually, let's do it that way. You're playing a chieftain mouse. Tell us your job. Tell us their name, and then tell us their summer and winter imagery. That's where we're going to get into the mind palace stuff, right? And then tell us their place. And from there, we will get into the plays. I will help guide you through the plays. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Cool.
So, Nomi is, again, just a little guy. A tall guy, but just a little guy.
Mhm.
She is extremely romantic and extremely loyal to her job. Doesn't ever want to leave, but also can't stand it sometimes. And she's just like, just listen to me. It'll just be easier if you listen to me. It's okay if you listen to me. Also, I need you on stage in 5 minutes. Is that okay? Bye. And she, in the summertime, she is dark brown and smoky gray, kind of like a wild combination between the two, like has some patches everywhere of her smoky gray, but like all over just like some dark brown. She always smells of moss and water, mostly because she will go there every single night when no one is watching. um
Mm.
just a little cute face, and just trying so hard to be the little planner that she is, and working in a notebook that nobody will ever see, and if anybody touches it, she will probably try to bite them, pull two fangs out, and you will get punctured. um she has these like bellowy pants that are way too big for her, and this old plain looking sweater that like goes all the way down to her ankles. um and she covers up, and she is like with this um God, what is it called? Like this Peter Pan shirt on,
Nice.
and just kind of like holding her notebook, trying to go around in the summertime and trying to be the most boisterous that she can ever be. But in the winter, she kind of code switches and turns into her actual self.
Mm.
And she has these brighter eyes because it's her time that she feels is her time. Um, she wears softer shoes. She has like this wool hood that she just like covers over her like head, and just looks up at the snow all the time, and then just like kicks it cuz she's so happy. Um she is extremely queer, both in the two senses of the word. Um Probably has a crush on everybody in the circus, but it's just like I must mind my business. And goes by she, they pronouns for both times, for summer and winter. And my little girl, my little baby. She's trying her
Uh,
best.
I love her.
I mean, aren't we all trying our best? Very deeply relatable. And let's talk about some plays, right? So you can make your chieftain mouse plays. To play someone, you can address them courteous. Actually, let me do the thing I did first, where I read out the little introducing the chieftain mouse stuff, because I love the way they wrote this stuff. So I feel like we got to take that on. Your mousy kind: valorous, honorable, romantic, and loyal. In the circus, you can be ringmaster, barker and caller, planner, and overseer of work. You're always there with an observation. You might play someone by addressing them courteously or by sitting counsel with them. You might play a situation by seeking out the little wild things or by summoning the mousy clans. And here's you with your stature greater than your stature. Ha ha, saith the hob. And what I was starting to read before that I'm going to get back to now is where was I?
My plays.
It was about your plays, but it had a nice little thing about your plays that I'm now not finding. Oh, there it is. All right, so you can make your chieftain mouse plays. To play someone, you can address them courteously or sit counsel with them. To play situations, you can seek out little wild things, summon mousy clans, so I mentioned. You can make all the obvious plays. To play someone, you can confront them, draw them out, open up to them, put them off, size them up, or waylay them. To play a situation, you can call for a line, sniff the wind, use your trappings, or weather the storm. So Chieftain Mouse plays. I'd love for you to talk us through your understanding of them. They are, if it is helpful, on the Chieftain Mouse document that I gave you that's 15 pages long, the one I sent today. They start on page 9 there. So they start with address them courteously, then sit counsel with them, seek out the little wild things, summon the mousy clans. Those are the 4.
Yes. So I think if I know me, when she addresses somebody courteously, she kind of addresses them like with absolute nervous intent that they're not going to listen to her, but trying her best. So her and Kava are gonna be a thing.
It's Kavi, by the way.
Oh, Kavi, sorry,
Yeah,
Kavi,
yeah.
sorry.
No, you're so good. We are Gucci. Kavi would make fun of you for it, but I am fish at the moment. So.
That means,
Yeah, I love that.
and then she can also sit counsel with everybody. It is undetermined if the advice that is given is going to be good, but she'll try her best. She'll listen. She loves to listen. That's a listening thing. Just don't do anything wrong or don't go to jail. That's the only thing that she just doesn't want you to do. Just don't get caught.
Don't get caught. It's good advice for us all. If the cops show up, shut up. That's good advice.
Like ACAB, kill him. I don't know. Do something about it.
In Fairyland, Twitch and YouTube in Fairyland. All right, so seek out the wild things.
Yes. She loves her little critters. Probably would honestly get advice from them. And then also help her just kind of go to her fellow circus folk and just be like, they need you stage left in 5 minutes. They need you. Please just go. And then
To which Kavi would wait exactly 4.5 minutes.
It's just a little beetle at your just like leg, just like, please, dear God, come on.
That's awesome.
And then she can also summon the Mousy Clan. Just these. I think one of them will probably be. I want a couple of them to be her family, and then her family just goes like, "Why are you doing your job wrong?" And it's just like, I'm trying. No one will listen to me. Do you see me? The ears go down. The ear goes down when I'm sad. I'm sad now. You made me sad. Like all of this.
Oh, that's my job.
Oh, I cannot wait to watch these mice interact with each other. And you to be like, did you want to make me sad? Was this your point here?
Like,
Yeah.
look at me.
Nomi's gonna just Pavlovian. Ears are gonna go down every time Kavi's around.
Oh my God!
Won't even have seen Kavi yet. Will simply sense Kavi in the vicinity, and that is what this telltale sign will be.
Just like a zoom in on the hairs in the back of your neck going phew, and then like the wave of the ears going down.
Like the ears
I love
twitch
that.
out, and then the ears just go, no. No.
So for guidance while we're playing, right? This section of the text that I gave you all that is like focusing in on each playbook. If you go to page 13 of them, you get consequences for summer and winter, which I explained before. The insult stuff that I talked about a little bit is mentioned there. On 14, beholden is explained, and so is violence. We haven't talked about violence yet, but violence in Fairyland is considered visceral, irrevocable, and horrifying. When you're wounded, shocked, affronted, or dismayed, you must immediately choose one. You die. You withdraw at once in a cold, dignified fury. You writhe, moan, and curse in a display of melodramatic agony. You step immediately and fully into winter. You consider yourself cruelly mistreated and maimed and will long nurse your injuries and your grudge. And it says, true death. There are only a few things that can truly kill a fairy. Cold iron is one. There are others. There's no coming back from true death. So this is, again, for the fairies. I believe there is slightly different language, most likely, for the Lostling. So notice that you die is not true death. So you can just die and then whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, then we find it. We play to find out. But there is also true death that can occur. So mind that as you consider how you potentially offend each other, because that does play a role in all of this. That brings us to the remaining Fae folk here. Neon, would you like to tell us about your character?
Sure. Give me 2 seconds to scroll up.
I got you.
I am playing Bijou Bontemps, who is the crown stag. She is currently acting as ringmaster and host, though she can also be performer, planner, worker, and is generally always there, gorgeous and flirty. In summer, where we find her now, she has antlers of copper with ripe cherries. I imagine that they are the type that are almost like split and would be dripping, but somehow there is never any mess around her. Absolutely fastidious because she wears things of like pale white and kind of gold. There's a mention of beach gold as a color for her in summer, and she's wearing a silk blouse. Elaborate braids, so I imagine they're very long and kind of like piled up on the top of her head, and then they kind of sweep over one side. And description is queerish, so broad shouldered but very lithe, maybe wide hips. I wouldn't call her formless. She's definitely very statuesque. Lots of like the lines of a deer, so curves and like strong in places, but also like fairly strongly built. Tall, without the antlers is like about 5'11". With the antlers is probably like 6'7". Kavi do not.
I don't even think Kavi does it immediately. I think Kavi just looks at you with this slow grin of like.
But in winter, the lines become sharper, the antlers become silver, the long braids are no longer trying to be adornment and just flow behind him. His pronouns change as winter comes on. The beach gold becomes violet. The silk blouse is replaced by a velvet corset. And instead of queerish, the vibe is sexy and forbidding. So like hot, but maybe I should take 2 steps back.
2 steps back, but I'm super into it. Is what I'm
exactly.
Right? I love that. All right, so introducing the crown stag. Your fairy nobility: regal, generous, self-involved, and radiant. In the circus, you can be performer, ringmaster and host, planner and worker. You're always there, gorgeous and flirty. You might play someone by catching eyes with them or by standing regal before them. You might play a situation by stepping into the woods or by summoning your court. And a true majesty, a true gorgeous majesty you are, saith the hob, and never you let us forget it. And I would love for us to get into your plays. You can do everything I just said, and you can make the obvious plays, the same ones that I mentioned when we were with Insha. So would you like to take us on a quick tour of the Crown Stag Place?
Sure. My first play is catch eyes with them. So on a hit, they have the right to choose. We fight each other or we fall passionately into each other's arms. So I imagine it's kind of that look from across the room with like a little flick of the eyebrows or maybe a bit of a scowl, depending on where I would like this to go. But on a miss, they can still choose one if they want to. But if they want neither, they can grin or scowl or look away instead. How dare they? Standing regal before them. On a 10 up, I can choose 3 of the following. On a 7 to 9, choose 2. If there are more people than 1, decide which of your choices apply to all, some, or none of them. So they must stop and take a step back from me. They bend a knee reflexively. They may not speak, act, or depart until I give them leave. I can invite them forward to address me, and they have to. Bid them welcome and to make free. Your hospitality now prevails here for them above any other law and custom. So what I say goes. On a miss, they must stop and take a step back, but then they're free to act as they choose. So stepping into the woods, I imagine is me basically going, you want to go hang out outside of the circus? And me taking whoever I would like to invite with me. There are several places we can go. Orchards where there's like a little cider running around and the apples and pear grows boozy and feral. A place of comfort and leisure with hot pools and mossy bowers. Dark woods where the trees have turned cruel and treacherous. A hunting lodge, which is a woodland palace of 20 rooms, very swanky, and a place of high and wild beauty, wooded crag close to the stars with ancient stone circles, and a spring of water so pure and cold that you can become drunk on it. That's some good water. I missed that one reading over the sheet. Like, dang. Like, on a 10 plus, in addition, I can look for it, and I will find the royal road to the court of my father, the king of the forest. White birches standing honor guard. If I miss, I am lost in the woods and separated from whoever I brought with me. The MC will tell me where we are.
I love that so much. Yes, go ahead.
I have one last move.
I'll go for it. Yes, please.
When I summon my court, I can declare who I'm summoning, who are my bodyguards, 8 fearless stags, who are also royalty, a dozen of my courtiers, each of them prettier than the last, my teachers and advisors, who are steadfast and loyal to me, my warrior elite, 10 wolves, 10 eagles, 10 walking blackthorn, and 10 elfin skirmishers, because I apparently have a stacked retinue. And those of the other player characters whom I consider to be in my court. On a 10 up, they answer my call at once. On a hit, only 1 or 2 of them appear. On a miss, they still come, but I'm beholden to all of them. So it's fine.
This princeling ran away to join the circus, but brought the court with them. I think
brought everybody. It's the burden of power, right? The responsibility side of that, right? You know,
Sweetie, you know that's not how running away works, right?
I can't help it if people follow me. Look at me.
You absolutely can.
I'm already so
What's
happy
this?
playing this. See, you all have something to teach each other. And before we go to our Lostling, a couple of things. One is that I would like to declare the statement of Under Hollow Hills. There's a traveling circus under the Hollow Hills. It travels by moonlight, small wagons creaking in the night silence. It travels lost roads, where fireflies and wisps hover to watch it pass, where goblins peer down from their tree branch perches, and owls. It travels the night world and the day world, fairyland and the living earth, and places otherwise, and no border can keep it. It has mysteries to pose, dramas to perform. It has music, juggling, acts of death-defying peril, pratfall comedy. It has dangerous secrets to tell. Step up, Come great, come small, come revelers all. We are going to be moving now to our Lostling. But before we do, I want to make a quick note about starting in summer, which we talked about. Every character begins a campaign at the peak of their warmth, connection, and creative energy. So for our Fae folk, you all begin in full summer. For our Lostling, you begin play fully free. If we had a Seeker, which we don't, they would begin fully bold. This means that at character creation, all 5 lines of characters, summer, free, or bold column are marked on your sheet. Narratively, it establishes your starting performance at the Buckeye River Naming Day as a moment of high connection and shared joy before any potential friction and the tolls of the road begin to leave their mark on all of you. Moving to free and careful, and then setting this up for the introduction of our Lostling. Because mortal human beings do not experience the sylvan tide of the sylvan year, they don't track summer or winter. Instead, they track human emotional equivalents. Free or bold or open, depending on the playbook, corresponds to summer, representing an open, bold, and cheerful presence in fairyland. Careful or wary corresponds to winter, representing downcast caution, wary containment, and a defensive human posture. So just like sylvan characters, mortals customize imagery lists differently for free and careful states and must shift playbook modifiers step by step as you slide along the spectrum in the same way. With that having been said, last and very much not least, Eli, what's going on with our Lostling?
Hello, I am told that I am Orlin Tallbriar. Orlin, don't know where that came from. The pixies who found me in a briar, and I was taller than them, so, you know, very creative. They thought that Orlin sounded like a human name, so that's what they called me. I am here at the circus. I am a performer. I'm crew, mostly crew. Creative collaborator, problem solver, and I'm always there with encouragement and insight. My free imagery is bright moonlight, flashing green eyes. I love to wear bright greens and teal colors like that. When I am free, I have an unbuttoned vest. I'm very lax with my clothes. I am absolutely queerish when I am free. And my pronouns are any you would like to give me. Also, I am like, if I was in the human world, I would be like a mix of those really attractive men on the covers of romance novels, of romantasy novels, with a mix of like the K-pop, like sparkle, like that whole thing. But I'm here in the Feywild where everyone goes, "Why are you so ugly?" So
they aren't into it. They don't feel it. They've got a different cultural aesthetic vibe. Yeah.
So I have no idea. When I am careful, the bright moonlight goes dim to more of a gloaming, of something that you can just kind of just barely see, but it's a great place to be able to hide. My eyes go from that flashing green to more of a subdued hazel. I like colors more like moss and soft and darker. I am always buttoned up. I'm very tidy, and I am more mannish in my careful phase. And my pronouns are he, him when I am more careful.
I see that you too donning gender as a manner of protection is not indicative of you as a person at all whatsoever.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I don't go by he, him at work because it's easier than saying I'm they, them. Not at all. That's not what I do.
Let's not talk about that.
Let me have another conversation about explaining non-binary to people. All right.
Kavi literally tap dances away. Not today.
My Lostling plays are see through them. When I see through someone, I can actually call a quick break in play and ask the MC, what's up with that guy? And the whole table, we can discuss what kind of metaphor this character is, and I get to take that insight back. I'm Deadpool.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm Deadpool. My second move, I have cold iron. So when you touch a fairy with cold iron, on any hit, I can choose one. If a fairy you touch is another player's character, they choose not you. So if you guys threaten me, I will threaten you back with cold iron. So they can promise to give me anything. They can be genuinely frightened and try to run away. You press the iron to them cruelly and they die. Other fairies, not understanding that this is true death, might look for them to return someday, but they never will. I can fully kill people with my iron. I can appeal to fairy law. So if I get a 10 or more, Fairyland itself judges in my favor, and I get to choose one of the following. I will go into that when it actually happens. And I can also sing of summer and winter, and if I do that, then everybody must turn to the season that I sing of.
That is incredible. So you're playing this overpowered Deadpool, entirely lethal controller character.
What a unique trope for Eli to play. What a new concept for Eli to play in a game of a TTRPG.
Almost as though Eli has found a way to, while being a player at the table, in some way be the table's facilitator. With power over reality, life, and death.
I'm just a crew member. I don't do anything. You all think I'm weird and human.
Kavi's standing to your side, poking with her finger, going like, "It's so lifelike."
Also, when I'm verbally assaulted, so violence works different for me. When I'm verbally assaulted, shocked, affronted, or dismayed, I can choose one, which is I withdraw in as much fury and with as much dignity as my human nature allows. I can lash out in return with that distinctive, impulsive human passion, or I consider myself offended, and I will nurse my fleeting human grudge as long as I am able. If I am physically assaulted or wounded, if I roll a 4, 5, or 6, I'm wounded and must nurse my injury until it heals. If I roll a 2 or 3, I'm wounded dangerously, and I have to get somebody to help heal me. If I roll a 1, I die. Like, dead. Because I'm immortal.
Yeah. So there's a whole thing.
Don't stab me.
There's a whole thing and some people watching this might get mad at me for saying this, but there's all this like drama between like OSR land and like story game land in some ways. And as somebody who's fairly new to the space, relatively speaking, y'all are the same, bro. Like it's the same. It's the same thing. We're playing to find out in here, and death is
This
lethal.
is how Streaming Rainbow gets canceled, actually.
Seriously. But I love you both.
Wild.
But I love you both. If that makes it feel
just
any better.
filmed something truly amazing last night, and if this is what gets us canceled, it's crazy.
But I will say it is that sort of truism where like the answer is not on your sheet or whatever from OSR land. One of them is that combat is a failed state, and that is related to the idea that death is lethal, right? That it is in fact a high stakes thing that you should be worried about doing. This game very clearly has the same opinion that combat is a fail state, or if not a fail state, you could choose to do it, but is a failure of other things that could have gotten you a different resolution. Yeah, you're gonna die. You know what I mean? Like, you got one character that can just like boop with the cold iron and give all the other three true death, and then that character rolls a d6 and pulls a 1 without any way to save from that and just dies.
It says you're fatally wounded. Die now or die in a few painful minutes. Those are the only options.
Damn.
I do want to share the last bit there. As a matter of curiosity, not of consequence, when you die, notice it says when you die. It does not say if you die. When you die,
Well, I'll die at some point. Old age.
all of us, right? Yeah. One of two things will happen entirely outside of your control. The first possibility is that you will plainly and simply die. The second is that you will die, but not plainly. Some of your nature will remain in fairyland forever, not alive, but inanimate. Some fairies truly kept thing. So I interpret that as you can decide. And I actually think that that's a radical act of hope, that a bit of you gets to stick around. So wanted to give a little bit of that. We're going to read the description here at the top for the Lostling. You're a human being who once upon a time wandered into fairyland, or once upon a time was stolen by fairies and brought here. Now you barely remember the mortal earth. The circus is your home. In the circus, you can be performer, crew, creative collaborator, and problem solver. You're always there with encouragement and insight. You might play someone by seeing through them or by touching them with iron. You might play a situation by appealing to fairy law or by speaking of summer or winter. And come away, the waters, the wild, sings the hob, forgetting somewhat the words and forgetting outright the tune. And you thought we were done with the setup, but we're not quite, because I need all of you to go to page 6 of this same document we've been going over so we could talk about bindings. And we are going to go in the reverse order of what we just did. So, Eli, with your Lostling, you're going to get to go first. Everybody introduces themselves. You just did that. On your turn, tell everyone your name, playbook, free imagery, your place in the circus, your wagon. We didn't do the wagon, but that's fine. We'll do that now. And any of the other trappings you think the others might find noteworthy. I'll ask you to do the wagon after the bindings. Don't worry about that right now. Once everyone's introduced themselves, go around again for bindings. That's the part we're at. On your turn, ask for volunteers. So, Eli, would you like to ask for volunteers on the 2 bindings that you have?
Yes, my first binding. Somebody has been traveling with me for a long time. We joined the circus together. I can never put them off. Who is it?
You're muted.
You're muted still. You're double muted.
I muted myself to speak. Everything's going great for me.
You disappeared.
I think it would be Kavi.
Okay.
I think that's part of their little like rivalry of like, you could kill me, but like you're not gonna, cause like you know,
reasons.
because you know, cause like I'm for some reason I'm not killing you. You know, it's fun. And I think that it's almost like a, oh wow, what a crazy concept. It's almost like a sibling sort of love. Kind of what a weird new concept for the 2 of us to play.
We've never been playful siblings in the last game of Aegon. Let's go.
No. But I think that would be really fun. Because Kavi is just full of mischief and knows that they can pick on you as much as they want because you're just gonna take it because you could also kind of dish it back out.
I absolutely have to dish it back out.
Like you're gonna
it's
I'm gonna tease you,
yeah.
You're gonna tease me. It's just gonna be it's the vibe. You're gonna you'll temporarily kill me. I will yeet back up from the ground. Like it's fine.
I have fully pushed Kavi out of trees and killed them. I've fully killed Kavi more than once.
And then Kavi just pops up playfully. It's fun.
Yeah. But I think a big important thing to note is that it's very much like a I think the kind of back like the we joined the circus together bit is like I've always been playful. I've always been a playful little fae, and I think I saw you being found and being given your name like from afar, and I like stole you. And then we were like, why don't we join the circus? That'd be fun.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
And you have a
My
second.
second binding. Normally, I'm the one who sees through people, but blank has seen through me. I can never waylay them or see through them. Who is it? Oh, yeah. Ah, Bijou.
Just, I feel like Bijou's response to you being like very earnest and open with them is just, oh, aren't you sweet?
You can't. I can never waylay them. I can never waylay you. Okay,
Tis
but
unfortunate.
I'm ugly. I'm an ugly human, so it's
Do not
fine.
call yourself ugly. You are.
No, they're ugly.
Yeah.
They're hideous.
Why do you look like this?
You are unbloomed, unripened.
They're so short and pink.
Not wrong.
Short and pink. All right, so that is your two bindings. We are going to go in backwards order, so it does go back to Bijou. Now, what are the two bindings that you got to work on there?
I'm so glad you asked. One of you and I dally on occasion. We're easy in each other's company. Who, if I should confront you, put you off, or waylay you, or stand regal before you, you may choose to consider it an insult.
Yeah, not me. Come on, Mouse. Come on, Chieftain.
I feel like that's so interesting.
I also
That's
feel like
so
that would be so
fun.
interesting.
That's really
Otherwise, I'd
funny.
be like, call me all the way, but like, I think that'd be so interesting, especially since you're like our
Aw.
circus manager.
Yeah, obviously.
yeah. There's only one person who can tell Bijou what to do, and it's absolutely Noemi.
Our gently anxious productive circus manager.
The code switching is gonna be crazy. Don't
And then
Look, there's a reason why you're our circus manager, okay?
One of you, I've treated your feelings too thoughtlessly before now. Who, I can never again open up to you, and if I catch eyes with you, I make myself beholden to you, whatever you choose.
Could you read that one more time?
One of you, I've treated your feelings thoughtlessly before now. Who, I can never again open up to you, if I catch eyes with you, I make myself beholden to you, whatever you choose.
I don't think that can be me, because I don't take my feelings seriously either.
I think you have taken my feelings. I think you're like,
Aren't you sweet?
Yeah. I'm like, I'm a full adult. I have no concept of what adult man is, but I'm an adult man.
Just like how old are you? I know time passes weird for humans.
I don't know.
From what I understand, they only live to like 80 and then they pass on.
80? That's so short.
I know. I was just learning how to do this, and then I vanish and show up like 2 feet to the left. You're such a child.
I love that. Awesome. And that's both, right? So we can now move to Insha and Nomi.
Oh no. Okay.
Is your bindings are on page 6 of the Chieftain Mouse's like breakdown.
Oh yeah, I got him.
Perfect,
So
perfect.
somebody, though not a mouse, has sworn allegiance to me. I can never lie to them or deny to sit counsel with them. Who?
I heard
I
sit
love
council.
Uh-huh.
I just love the idea of holding a little mouse and being like, yeah.
I love the way that some of these.
She's a full-grown girl.
Okay, I hold a mouse like this.
I love the way that some of these are so just like, oh, that would be me actually.
Okay. And then someone has in the past rendered worthy service to the mousy clans. I can never put them off or waylay them. Who?
I kind of love the idea of it being coffee. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Like,
If you tell anybody, I will murder you.
Who are you talking to? Are you talking to me? I was trying to help. I'm always trying to help.
I love
Her
the
ears
idea
just
of
go
Fairy being like,
down.
I will murder you. And everyone's going like, okay.
Okay.
And
I love that. And that is both?
Yes, that's both.
Great. So, Kavi.
one of you practices and performs with me as a tumbler. Who? We can trip it gaily together. I roll and we take turns choosing. You can even trip it gaily without me. You roll using your roll for weathering the storm. Noted on your sheet.
I feel like that has to be me. I can't imagine the crown stag tripping gaily or the mouse having time.
100%. Just 100%.
I can't.
This is what we do.
Picture,
this is what we do.
yeah, we trip gaily, and then I trip you, and you die.
And then I pop back up and make fun of you for it and move on. This is what we do. And then the second one is, one of you I've led into one misadventure too many. Who? I can never open up to you or dare you to follow me.
Kabi, what have you done? What have you done?
That is fantastic.
I think for like to be a little bit more specific about our shared experience there, I think I just don't evaluate risk very in advance. I feel like I evaluate it well, but like in the moment, which isn't very great for planning. And I led us into a kerfuffle, you could say, because I was like, this will be fun.
Like a bear fairy, and I'm just like, do you know what they do to deer?
That is exactly what I did, actually. I went, hey, this is gonna be fun, and you went, is that a bear fairy? And I went, is that a? Oh, yes.
It's a berry.
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 You said we were dealing
That's
with
why
a
I thought it would be
berry.
fun. I thought it would be so much fun. But you have to go and be a deer, which is a little bit unamusing, might I add. You might want to change that.
Does Bijou in summer have little freckles, little white freckles?
Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, they do now. Putting that
All right.
on the character sheet.
That is beautiful. Now, we've done it frontwards, we've done it backwards now. We are now going to be able to go through this order in whatever new order you might like, or I will pick someone as the Mistress of Ceremonies. But I do need you to tell me what your wagon is like. And this is going to be a little bit of a mechanical introduction, doubling as a story introduction. So we are catching you all not when you have settled in at the Buckeye River yet, but as you are moving into the Buckeye River. So your wagons, who wants to tell me just a little bit about it? This is not a pressury thing, whatever you want to share about your wagons. I just need to be able to ground myself in it so that I can then take us into a mechanical moment.
I'll go. I can go.
Oh.
Because I got the most boring one.
I was like, both of you in that order. So let's do
Yeah.
Eli to Fish. And then,
My Orland's wagon is plain amongst all the finery, but it's warm. It's like warm wood, warm colors, warm tones. It's remarkable among fairy things for its human touches. I have door handles. I have wooden door handles to get in and out of this place. And it's really simple and well cared for. And I have 2 oxen who pull my wagon, and they are very well kept. They're brushed and content and happy. And then I also have a chicken that rides on the top of it. and it
Okay.
just rides. Yeah, that's my wagon. I'm sitting at the driver's seat to drive it, and just kind of dressed in very plain clothes because I plan on I'm crew, so I have to be able to jump out and like unload and help all of the rest of any animals get taken care of, and help start getting tents up and things like that. So I'm enjoying the peace and quiet because right now Kavi can't bother me because we're driving. Kavi's
So
busy.
And
So-
and in that wonderful moment, you feel a thunk on the back of your head, just a small little kind of plastic thunk, and then you feel another one. As Kavi is throwing clown noses at you. They look like little bouncy balls, like the little plastic balls from like ball pits. Just throwing them at you from the front where they're sitting. Their wagon is being led by a truly massive rhinoceros beetle that has this green and purple and black iridescent sheen across it in this almost radiant way, and it's pulling Kavi's wagon, which is covered by what looks like a patchwork quilt of little silk scarves. And there is like a trail of, it's not like a trail, but like out the back of it is kind of hanging like 4 or 5 knotted together silk scarves just dragging on the ground behind. There's clearly a lot of them, and Kavi clearly uses them for everything. It's a minor infinity, you might say. And and I accidentally scrolled. I had everything right in front of me, and then I scrolled away. Okay. And I've got so many things in this trunk. Every so often you see like a little plastic ball fall out, or a scarf hit the floor, or like a sparkler that hasn't yet been lit falls to the ground, and then a sparkler that has been lit falls to the ground. It's like you're just like, what is happening there? And Kavi has a little basket, like a little woven basket made out of these silk scarves. Again, they have a lot of them. There's like a weird amount of structure to this in the way that it's been knotted. It's like been expertly knotted together, just full of these plastic balls that I am throwing at you from where I'm sitting. I'm vibing. There's a chalet like mounted to the kind of seat, so I could easily pull it out should I need to. And just a lot of things. I think I would like to think it's like it's almost bigger on the inside, in the way that this wagon is, and I would say that y'all are a little concerned about ever looking inside because you don't want to be held liable for what may or may not be present in there, because there's a lot of things. I tend to have whatever you might need in a way that seems back. Unlikely.
These are mine now. You're not getting these
back. I don't need them. Bonk.
I'm not gonna take any kind of MC plays right now, but what I am going to do is I'm gonna ask the two of you if there is one play you would like to play with each other, and then I'm going to give you both one thing in the world to play against.
I will gladly take a play. Before I do, I would like to note that I forgot to say that there are some fat, complacent old parakeets making noise from inside my wagon. So there are at least one pair of live animals in my wagon, at least. But I would like to. Oh, I should have.
Are they called Statler and Waldorf?
I feel like that's a reference to something, but I do not know what the reference is.
The Muppets.
The Muppets.
I see.
It's the old man Muppets that sit up in the theater and heckle everybody.
I grew up on Bollywood, so I did not, in fact, watch any of the Muppets. I love them in theory. But
you would like them.
Sure.
I feel like you would vibe. I feel like you would vibe with the Muppets.
Yeah. What, me? What gives you that impression? I think I'm gonna dare someone to follow me.
Ooh, all right.
I'm gonna try to get you to join. I'm gonna try to get you to join me in bothering one of the other two, actually.
Let's do this. Let's do this fully here. Dare someone to bother me. What is your mechanical, like? What's your numerical value for that?
The numerical value is a +1. Basically,
Okay.
I either lead them somewhere, or I ask them where their ambition would take them, or their heart or fate would take them, or I lead them to wherever I want to. And I just would like to lead them to behind. We'll say behind Bijou. I wanna start throwing plastic balls of Bijou.
Yeah. On any hit, you choose one of the ones on here. On a 10 plus, in addition, they're beholden to you for serving so faithfully as their guide. So looking forward to that for you, Eli. On a miss, on a miss, you and they get lost together, and you ask the MC where you are now, which I love for the beginning of this, because what this means as the first play that we're doing is we may fully not do anything I prepared. So let's get into it. Let's see what happens. I live for this. All right.
So I roll 2d6 and then add the 1.
Yes. If you gave a +1 to it, then it'll be 2d6 plus 1. Yeah.
I do have a +1. That is a 10.
All right, I'm beholden.
Wait, and which one are you going to pick? Which one are you picking along the beholdenness?
I mean, there's one that just says you lead them to wherever you want to, and I think it's just gonna be like behind Bijou.
I'm driving.
Okay,
I'm
you can
actively
drive over
pulling
there.
a bag. I'm actually grabbing them and like getting ready to throw. And
I'm going to remind above table, when you're beholden, fairy law and your fairy nature demand that you make good and deliver the balance. If you are recalcitrant or uneager to do so, your debtor may consider it an insult or worse offense. But Lostling wording for that might be a little bit different. When you're beholden, fairy law demands that you make good and deliver the balance. Human honor might compel you to, but it's a lax taskmaster compared to fairy nature. Regardless, if you are recalcitrant or uneager, your debtor may consider it an insult or worse.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to follow along.
You do have a play. You do have an opportunity on the way there to do a play back at Kavi.
Yeah, I would like to think this is like the same way that like you have like when siblings try to hypnotize each other. Like I'm like it's way more than I didn't need to do that much. I could have just asked you to join me. You probably would have said yes, but like also, but then I wouldn't get to practice my like hypnosis skills. Like
Yeah.
I am going,
and it can be one of your playbook ones, or one of the like obvious plays. Also, you can do whatever you want.
oh God, I was gonna do something shitty, not that shitty. Not. I'm gonna stab her.
Stab immediately. Beginning of the game.
Immediately kill them.
I'm not a she yet.
Sorry.
Still feeling so joyous.
See, well, I can start singing Towards Winter. I am going.
I mean, you would, but it's fine.
I'm going to. What is Sniff the Wind? I'm going to sniff the wind, I think. Let me see what that is, though.
You know, I didn't even realize that I could do one of the obvious plays to just like do a thing. Yeah. I immediately was like, how do I screw with Eli?
Don't worry, you got stuff coming. We're good. I promised you 2 things on the way to Bijou other than this, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna sniff the wind, which I have a -1 to, because I'm a human. But boxcars. So that is an 11. That's an 11.
All right. So you're sniffing the wind. When you sniff the wind, this is an obvious play, so everybody knows. When you sniff the wind, roll. On any hit, ask the MC questions, which they must answer truthfully. On a 10 plus hit, you ask 2. On a 7 to 9, you ask 1. Just so everybody knows, on a miss, you'd ask the MC what goes wrong. They might have you choose one anyway, but be prepared for the worst. Perhaps you've disturbed something or someone without realizing. You get to ask me too, because you did boxcars on your first roll of the game with your -1, so you still got an 11. And I'm going to say, because I'm carrying this over from what we played last night, and it feels right to me. Happy Pride, everybody. You're going to get advantage on your next roll.
Yay!
I don't remember off the top of my head how they put advantage into this game, if they put it in at all, but I am going to do the 3d6 drop lowest version of PBTA advantage. So you're gonna be able to do that.
Okay. First question: what's here that I haven't seen yet?
Okay, I can do that. Do you want me to answer that first, and then you ask me the second one, or do you want me to wait for both?
Let me tell you what the second one is.
Okay.
How could I make myself invisible here, or how could I go unnoticed so Bijou only sees Kavi, and I don't get in trouble?
Okay. One thing might lead into the other, and this is actually going to be the sidelined gameplay that we were going to do for you, if that works for you, because this lines up perfectly for what I had in mind. Thank you, fate. All right, it's the circus working in my favor. So you are able to spot, as you dutifully follow Kavi, off in the distance, not too far away, Avon the Luscious, a haughty fairy noble, leaning against a silver birch tree near the water. He has wings of silver feathers and wears a disapproving smirk. He is eyeing the circus's arrival with cold contempt, clearly holding back an invitation to perform at the high courts. Now, that's what you get for free. If you want to, in the middle of resolving this, use, I don't know, see through them, maybe? Or an obvious play like size them up or draw them out, you could learn more. The interesting thing about see through them is you get to be Deadpool. If it works out for you, you get to define things about Avon instead of me defining them.
Let's do it.
All right.
Oh, I got advantage.
You have advantage. Happy Pride.
I got the devil's numbers.
6 again?
I got 3 6s. I got 3
No, you
6s.
did not. No, you did not.
I got 3 6s.
I'm receding into the background of my shot because that's far too much. Yes.
Hey,
pointing dramatically.
I rolled like dog shit last night.
I'm gonna give you this one too, in case the two of you are playing. Yeah. And notice I did do this earlier. I want to make sure you didn't miss that.
Trust me, I did in fact notice. I am in fact playing.
Hey, fun fact, guys. Fish and I have Danny Bingo that we absolutely play a lot, and it's very funny.
Yeah. Well, let me just say right off the rip.
Cool.
Yeah. That I just want to know what, on top of those 3 6s, which I am going to reward you for at a meta level, what was your modifier that you put on to see through them?
Just a +1, so it's a 13.
Just a 13.
Just a 13.
Not only am I going to honor advantage on your next roll, you're going to have advantage on every roll until we take a break.
Yay!
And if we take a break kind of soon, you're going to have advantage on every roll for like a little bit after that.
Right? Devil's numbers. Inferno. Okay, so
I think Kavi is riding this high of like I convinced him to mess with Bijou with me, and then they turn around and you're gone.
Yeah, fully. I've also thrown one of them and
so I know you're there.
I've absolutely nailed Bijou. Anyway, so I get to call a quick break in play and talk this person over. So Avon, what's up with this guy? See if you can collectively figure out. Oh, this is collectively, guys. What's the symbolic or metaphoric? Like, who is this person symbolically or metaphorically? Like not only who they really are, but what do they represent? What do they mean in the game? Take these insights back into play with you. Hey guys, I would bet good money that this guy is corporate America.
They feel like
Say
a
Why would you
representative.
say that?
They feel like a representative of some sort of conglomeration, perhaps.
Yeah. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts?
I will
Capitalism
say
and all
though,
that.
here's something. So everybody's making fun little references to how I always make capitalism the bad guy. Although I will say capitalism makes itself the bad guy.
Yeah.
I just
Hey.
observe it.
You're not wrong.
But as a nod, as my friends were just making to Oceania 2084, as with that game where you have a lot of narrative control and we are playing with agency and consequence. This is a moment of agency and consequence in this game system where you just took narrative control away from me. So whatever I intended for Avon the Luscious to be no longer matters.
The Luscious?
What matters is
The
the Luscious.
Avon the Luscious.
Their name is Avon the Luscious. That is
I
fully
wrote
her
that
name.
down. I wrote it down.
A real thing that happened tonight.
I heard it.
You all now have narrative control over Avon the Luscious. Not only, see if you can collectively figure them out in symbolic or metaphoric terms. Not only who they really are, but what do they represent? What do they mean in game? So you can figure it out in terms of what my intention is. But the way that I read this, you get to define it.
Say what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just want to hop in here. Because like with the description of like holding back the invitation to perform at like the high court or like the royal court or whatever he was saying, like that feels like salty, like it should have been me energy. You know what I mean?
That is the energy I get.
Avon's a drag queen. Luscious is their drag name.
I mean, yes. Absolutely.
Corporate drag queen. Okay.
Yes.
Yep. Avon the Luscious.
Can I make an addition? I'm gonna make an additional note to this, which is
Yeah.
not only is Luscious their drag name, it's Lush-icious. And like, come on, who makes their last name multiple syllables but with only one consonant? Who does that? Who does that?
Luscious.
Like you could have but no, you had to be cool. And everyone can see right through you. Like that's, I think, the energy happening. Like in his like head of just like, oh.
I like that. It is collective, so again, there's an invitation, not an expectation. But Insha, Neon, if y'all want to throw down a little bit more in the way of details, complicating information, insights, it is fully up to the table.
Yeah.
And I will ask that everybody help me track all of this because we're making it together.
Okay.
So I'm going to do my best to remember it, but I don't want to mischaracterize. If I accidentally do, please stop me and be like, actually, Danny, we said this. And I'll be like, yes, we did.
So far we got salty because he wants to be the performer, is a corporate drag queen.
Split his drag name up. Split their drag name up. Really weird.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like real weird.
Just like trying too hard to be unique and
Yeah.
actually just stumbling over themselves. I feel like that makes sense. Yeah.
It's what you got.
All I can think about is drag brunch now, and I'm like, I want.
I mean,
like,
okay. How about, I feel like this can be in there, has a vibe of drag brunch. You get a sense that if you get this person on your side, perhaps drag brunch is in your future. Yeah.
Ooh. What about they don't like? I don't want to call out Kavi, but what if they don't like Kavi because they want to be like the jester of the high court, and Kavi is better at it?
Oh yeah. I mean,
I'm better at it than
clearly
everybody.
Kavi's better at it. This is what I'm saying.
This is all I
I'm
do.
I love that. So do we feel good about where things have landed with Avon the Luscious? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the answer to your first question. Your second question was, how can you become invisible? And I think that is multifaceted, right? Because you could distract people. So looking purely at mechanics for a second.
Mm-hmm.
If you sing of winter, everyone is in pure summer right now. If you sing of winter and you succeed, all player fairies are going to turn toward winter. That's going to be pretty distracting for both Kavi and Bijou, right? So pretty easy for you to fade into the background, get lost a little bit in what's happening there. If you were to, I don't think you can do anything with appealing to fairy law, but if you were to ask Avon for assistance, if you were to approach them and see if there were some way that they could help you be invisible, it is possible that they could provide you with that kind of assistance. They are Fae. They do have powers unknown to you, right?
And they're really in their head right now.
Super canonically.
They're so in their head right now. They want to be
And
so
you know
cool,
all of
and
it.
they know they aren't. Like...
Yeah. And the real thing is you've got an in there because you're in their head. You just established who they are and what they're like. So you could absolutely do something like that. The only other thing I could say is, as a lostling, you could just try like hide. Like you could just try like physically get away with doing it.
I fully think I like have a thing where, because it's this old the look of that I'm thinking of is like that classic like Eastern European Romani like wagon that's like such a look. But so there's doors open to like where the driver's seat is. So I like the idea of I just am used to this and I just flip backwards into my wagon and like the door's shut and I'm holding the oxen still. I'm just like, yup. And that's using my trappings. I don't have to roll.
Oh, that's amazing. All right. Then you do that. I will say that as that happens, and you find yourself in that new positioning, Kavi, I'm sorry, I did that backwards in my brain. Kavi, you're a little bit ahead, right? You may not have even noticed.
Oh no, I totally didn't. I saw the ball move past me, and I'm like, they're behind me. They got it. They know what's up.
They would not dare not listen to you.
No, I'm
when
just
they're
amazing.
Beholden to you.
I'm still following.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm aware.
Yeah.
I do feel like when you're playing in Fairyland is the moment you most need to be a rules lawyer about everything in life. Just in general. That's just life advice for everyone watching here. Do not tell the Fae folk your real name, and be very specific about the contract.
Read the contract. Get your attorney to review the contract.
Fun fact, guys, I can only use my Song of Winter or Spring or Summer once
per session.
So once.
So you can just kind of go, what if we swap plans and then leave it at that?
Otherwise, you'd be ping-ponging people all the time.
Yeah. It'd be fun.
It would be fun. But it'll still be fun. It'll still be fun the one time. All right, Kavi, you're ahead. You are fully in your power. You're having a great day.
I've got 4 arms. I'm having a fantastic time.
You round a bend in the river as you're on your way to Bijou, and 3 mischievous wood sprites drop from the boughs, clutching thorny nettle whips. They let out a shrill cackle, block the path, and demand a pocket full of gold dust or a song of misery before they let you pass.
I have a thing I'd like to do to them.
I say I have recommendations, but you don't need them, so you can do whatever you like.
I think I would like to immediately waylay somebody.
Ooh, that's interesting. And was not one of the ones I chose. Let me see. All right. When you waylay some, just so you know, so I can, ones I had thought of when designing this, and I'm glad you're not using them, and now you're locked into waylay, unless you really want to not be. Trip it gaily, dare them to follow you in the river reeds, so you could just be getting like your own entourage on the way to Bijou, who is the entouragiest. Or you could greet them with honest pleasure, but I like waylay. So do you want to read it instead of me?
Yeah, when you waylay someone, roll. On any hit, they must drop everything and deal with your attack. On a 10 plus hit, choose 2 of the following. On a 7 to 9 hit, choose 1. You drive them scrambling back, you strike them violently, wounding and dismaying them, you seize bodily hold of them, you throw them off balance and they stumble or fall, and you shock and startle them and they panic or freeze. On a miss, ask the MC what goes wrong. They might have you choose 1 anyway, but be prepared for the worst. Perhaps you've overplayed your position and given them the upper hand.
I love that. So what was the stat that you, like, what was the numerical value that
Plus
you put
2.
to with? All right, let's do it. 2d6 plus 2.
That's a 10.
Oof.
Y'all are killing it
Hot
tonight,
dice.
folks. We're still in the character
It's
intros.
not
definitely.
only 6s though. Okay,
No,
listen.
it's a 5 and a
that's
3 and then a plus 2.
all I
And it's not
rolled.
3 of them. You know, I'm actually going to. Well, we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. I still have those 3 6s in my head, and I might make an addendum to that because it is really just deeply unlikely. All right, so on that 10 plus, you choose 2 of the following. Go ahead and tell me which ones you choose.
I would like to merge you shock and startle them and they panic or freeze with you drive them scrambling back, because I would like to initiate panic in them and have them immediately abandon their plan to threaten me.
At the level of the fiction, can you describe what you do to elicit that reaction?
Oh, I totally can. So Kavi has got 4 arms right now, and like I described, they have almost like a Slenderman build in that they're taller than they seem. Their limbs are a little bit longer than they should be ratio-wise, and they've got 4 of them right now. 2 of them are guiding this rhinoceros beetle, and 2 of them were sorting through the little plastic balls they were prepping to throw at Bijou because they wanted them to be color-coded so that the amusement was fun. But here they are being threatened just in passing by things that they can't even be bothered to properly like take in the threat. They've decided they're in their mischief era. They would like to be terrifying, which they know they can be. They lean into the grace of it usually, but the circus is horrifying in its own ways. And it is at this point that the audience notices that Kavi's face has been emoting like one would expect. However, it's not a face. It's a porcelain mask. They peel the mask off their face, and underneath is a like black, like eldritch like shape that's almost swirling. The like iridescence that usually shows up on what appears to be their skin is almost like mixed together like a soup. And there's like I should have checked earlier, but is everyone okay with weird eyes? Okay. But there's like 8 eyes on their face that are kind of like shifting around a little bit with bright like cyan fluorescent blue irises. And there's no eyelids. It's just eyes on this weird soup. And Kavi's just gonna go, you might want to reconsider. And I'm trying to make them panic and leave. And then I will slowly put the mask back on and continue on my way.
Before you put the mask back on, the cover of what is clearly the biblically accurate Kavi, and they fully drop everything that they had in their hands and poof out of existence right away. They don't actually have the ability to poof immediately. They just ran so fast.
It's just Wile E. Coyote puff of smoke.
Yes.
You killed them.
Your terrifying nature was as cold iron in that moment.
Kavi slowly puts the mask back on, starting at the chin and like rolling it up their face until it kind of suctions almost. It doesn't have any kind of strapping. It almost like merges with them, and the animated nature of the expression kind of comes back. The irises kind of move into the pockets where the eye holes would be of this mask, and it kind of looks like they're back at their like haha gestury kind of vibe.
Love that. At the end of that, you are able to finish making your way to Bijou with your little lostling invisibly in tow. I'm actually going to give it to Bijou here, though. What would you like to do? Whether you notice this or not is in your narrative control, really.
Oh. Okay.
And you are available to use one player-to-player play, if
Mhm.
you'd like. And then I can also give you something to do player to NPC. So you
Okay.
get a couple of plays in there. Yeah.
So I feel like the camera pans is like the you call it the wood sprites. They dip, and it kind of follows their movement forward to Bijou's wagon, which looks like it was just grown straight up. Like the roof is a bunch of like boughs that kind of fold into each other, and the wheels are like made of like vines wrapped around like tree, like clearly like tree branches that were like tied together and then wrapped in like some sort of cushioning plant, so it's a nice smooth ride. Bijou is not driving their own carriage. The ox that pulls their wagon is smart enough to just do it themselves. So at this disturbance of the the back just sort of parts, like it's a curtain of like willow branches, and it opens by itself, and Bijou kind of stalks out looking like they just woke up. They have like a scarf that's like pulled all the braids up a little more, and they have like this robe on. It's very fine, very like pretty, with like flowers on it that look like kind of like the detail of like peacock eyes, like kind of going around like the collar. It's just are we there? What's all the noise? At which point the sailing clown nose just sort of thwacks them in between the eyes.
I love that.
And they sort of
so
lean to look over. And I want to use confront them.
Yeah, let's do it. Do you want to?
If it's okay with you, I would like one to hit you squarely between the eyes as you begin to confront. Just like as like the
Gotcha.
Go ahead and read confront someone to us.
When you confront someone, roll. On any hit, you interrupt them and they can't proceed without dealing with you. On a 10 up, they have to choose whether to back down and give you your way or defy you and force your hand. On a 7 to 9, if they don't want to back down or force your hand, they can try to ooh, that's a word I haven't seen before. Prevaricate?
Prevaricate.
Prevaricate. There we go. Prevaricate, mollify you, explain, bargain, or justify themselves instead. On a miss, ask the MC or other player what goes wrong. Perhaps you've tipped your hand. Okay. So I have a 1 in confront them. 12. That was a 5 and a 6 on the die.
I'm gonna play a game.
I mean, you all just have already won under Hollow Hills in the intros. So they have to choose whether to back down or give you your way, or defy you and force your hand. So please play out this confrontation, and then Kavi, those are your options.
So like the first like plastic nose kind of hits them and it like really wakes them up, and they sort of lean to like kind of look around the animals drawing the next carrots, and just cut. And another one hits them. Kavi! Did you wake me up? You know I need my beauty sleep. I have to announce the circus when we arrive.
Perhaps. I'm like very obviously holding like 2 more plastic balls behind my back with my hands.
I wanna be so clear mechanically. If the choice is defy you and force your hand, you have to engage
I missed the
violence.
choices. That is my bad. I missed the choices.
No, don't worry about it. If the choices are back down and give you your way, or defy you and force your hand. If you choose defy you and force your hand, then Neon Bijou has to engage in violence.
I don't think Kavi is going to defy you. I think they're just like being verbally sassy about it.
Got it.
They're going, what? I might have. There's nothing you can do. Like, how would you know? like they're just kind of like, but you watch as they're like very playfully, very obviously holding like the 2 balls behind their back. And then after like a minute of like I think I would say like we lock eyes, and it just kind of like you're just like that look. That is the look you give Kavi. Exactly that look. And Kavi just kind of looks at you with like, and then goes fine, and will roll their eyes and pull the two plastic things out and put them in the basket next to them.
Thank you, dearest.
You do not call me that.
In the wake of this exchange, you realize, Bijou, that you're actually quite a bit closer to your destination than you all had realized. You are near enough to the Buckeye River Pavilion that a herald of the local court on Cheesewall has been watching this exchange this entire time. Stepping onto the path in front of you, she raises a wooden staff and says, "Halt, travelers! This field is reserved for the naming day guests. Common players must pitch their tents in the windy plains beyond the hill." And you now have an opportunity, Bijou, to take a play on her.
Love that you said that. I would like to stand regal before her.
Yeah, you would. All right, let's do it. Remind the audience what standing regal gets you.
Let's see. Standing regal on the 10 to hit. They choose 3 of the following. On the 7 to 9, choose 2. They must stop and take a step back from you. They bend the knee reflexively. They may not speak, act, or depart until you give them leave. Invite them to come forward and address you. They have to. Or bid them welcome and to make free. My hospitality now prevails here for them above any other law and custom. So, let's gamble.
What is your on that?
I have a 2 in stand regal before them. Like
2d6 plus 2.
Bijou was kind of designed to be an aura farmer rather than actually like direct action. Ooh, that is 11. So
y'all keep winning. So you got 3 of these you're putting on this Aunt Cheesewall. Poor Aunt Cheesewall's just doing their job.
No pressure, Insha.
But Bijou will kind of, as they realize they're closer, start undoing their scarf, and you can see like the antlers as the braids start to tumble back into their usual style. It's just, I assure you, we are no common players. And I want her to bend a knee reflexively. I want to kind of like wave her forward towards me to address me directly.
Okay.
And I am allowing her to speak, but I am very much going for that they may not speak, act, or depart until you give them leave. So it's very much to come forward.
Yeah. So fully does that, down on one knee reflexively, not even looking up. I'm so sorry, Your Majesty. I did not recognize you. Is this your entourage? All of it?
No. Only some of them. I very much would like to be a participant in the naming day that is going to be occurring.
And here I'm actually going to ask a question to the group. That normally I would have done this before we started playing if you're doing this in like a home game situation, but it felt more fun to do it in this order for us. Who here knows the baby's mother, Aglienne? Who brought a gift of their own? Who knows Marie Bushbloom, the otter spirit who's hired the circus to perform? Those could be 3 different people. It could be the same person.
I brought a gift. Kavi always has a gift.
Gift is generously defined, I imagine.
It's amusing for me.
And maybe for the baby. Yeah.
And maybe for the baby.
Yeah.
The others may find it a
loyal?
little irritating.
Aglienne would be loyal, sure.
No, like
absolutely.
royal,
royal. Let me look to see how I want to answer that question. Aglien is yes. I'll go ahead and describe. Well, no, I'll wait till you see her. But Aglien is royal. That is
Okay.
correct.
Uh, I feel like it was one of those things that Bijou found out. It was like, I want in on this, but isn't necessarily the person who knew. You know what I mean?
Okay. Copy. Copy.
I feel like Noemi knows the otter.
I was about to ask, like, well, what's with the otter spirit? I want to know the otter
So
spirit.
I will actually make it so that we are going to pause this question and we're going to go into your gameplay, right? So your gameplay, if you think that you know the otter spirit, is going to be that wherever you are in this, however much of this you've seen, and you can have seen all of it, none of it, it's entirely up to you. A person who catches your eye and waves at you is Mary Bushbloom. She, her. A nervous otter walking on her hind legs. In overalls and wellies, a cute little waddle in her walk. Mari is, above all else, hopelessly in love with Aglien, and you know this because Mari has spoken to you about it at length. She hopes a gift as beautiful as the circus's performance will win the affections of her crush. You're up for that, right?
Ooh. Oh, girl. For sure. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Mary waves over at you. You're able to see any of this interaction with the other player characters that you like. And at the same time, the wagons of the Circus Astounding have been winding through the weeping willows of the Buckeye River. You've got these massive creaking wooden cart wheels bringing up the rear, pulled by a surly grunting bull pig. It doesn't have to be your cart because you still need to describe yours, but that is a cart around you. And suddenly the wet ground gives way. The left wagon wheel sinks axle deep into a soft bubbling bog hole, and the entire cart tilts dangerously. There's a traveling kitchen filled with smells of turnip meat and wild yeast that is about to slide off and smash into the mud, potentially all over you, maybe even the people in front of you who you've been watching, all while Mary Bushbloom is also watching. This is a dangerous, immediate crisis. Look at Nomi's playbook and plays. How do you want to handle it? I'll give you a couple thoughts, but they're not prescriptive. You can try to physically wedge your shoulder under the axle and heave it out using something like hunker down or shrug it off, or get to work clearing the path once it's fallen. Or you could use anything else from your obvious plays or from your Chieftain Mouse plays. What are you interested in? And that is two things potentially. And since you're going last in the intros, I'm going to say you can take two NPC plays and a PC play if you'd like. So you could do one to Mary, one to this issue, and you could do one to any of the NPCs or any of the PCs or the PCs as a group if you'd like.
Um. Well, first things first. I think Nomi probably watches all of this from her wagon, which is just like this tin, like literally tin from like all of the circus performances. She just has them like wrapped and wrapped and wrapped so like it could just look like these arches on her wagon, and then all like of the posters and stuff like that from any of their performances she just has like over them, because she's just like, whatever, if rain comes, and then I don't have to worry about it, it's going to be
Mhm.
fine. Then I could just get more posters and then just do a little DIY, everything's going to be fine. But as soon as she sees that out the window, four fingers pressed to her temple, just like, I told them to hitch it. I told them to hitch it. It would be fine if they hitched it. I told them to hitch it. Gonzo, can you stop? And then in front of her wagon is this big ass bear, and he
Mhm.
travels so slow because all she does inside of her wagon is
Mhm.
just right. and write and plan and write and make sure that everybody will be in their positions when they arrive, and then everything can go according to plan. Um, but as soon as he stops, I think she immediately would get out, like, from the window, not even, like, trying to be fancy about it, just kinda just, like, leaps out of the window and then
Mhm.
goes, "Okay, what happened? What's the problem? Do you need me?" And then, like, would immediately just, like, her arm, like, against the thing to hitch it.
Nice. I like that. So, do you want to read the move, or do you want me to do it?
Where
Um,
is it? Because I
so
thought I
I'm
saw it, but
looking
then I
for
did not see it.
that. I'm looking for it now too. If anybody else sees it before I do, please feel free to throw
Uh,
it in.
I don't
Yeah.
see the hitching thing, but I do see helping each other out in the main book.
Let me see where that is. Is that
It's
that's not under the obvious plays though? Because I'm looking on the
uh
obvious play.
I believe
Good.
so. Yeah, it's oh
Open
no,
up
it's
this.
not in the obvious play.
Oh, no.
It's not in the obvious plays. Let's find it, folks. Because I did think I saw it also, and now I can't find it in the main text. It was just in my notes. Um, so maybe I made it up in my brain, or wrote it down wrong, which is probably the more likely thing. Put someone else, something, call for a line. It's just a prompt. Control. Use your trappings. I suppose you could use your trappings if you have a relevant trapping to achieve the same sort of thing. Or weather the storm might be a thing. Whenever danger, disaster, or developing catastrophe it is, roll. It is a small scale storm, but I would count this as a storm if you want to do weather the storm for that.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll do
yeah.
Weather the Storm. Yeah.
All right. So, weather the storm. When you weather the storm, whatever dangers, disaster, or developing catastrophe it is, roll. On any hit, you choose one of the following. On a 10 plus, you choose two or three of the following. On a 7 to 9, you choose one or two. On a miss, you choose one that you are or can, and one that you definitely aren't or can't. In any case, ask the MC what happens and where you are now. What is your modifier you put on weather the storm?
A +2.
All right, 2d6 plus 2.
Because she's not about to fuck around and find out. She needs to get everybody in a place.
Love it.
That fell. We're not doing that.
Gone
That's all right.
forever.
Into the abyss, into the minor infinity that was aforementioned. Yes.
That's a 14.
Yeah.
I will remind all the boxcar. It is boxcars. It has to be. I will remind all because it's +2. It's two.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I will remind all the boxcar folk that every boxcar gives you advantage on your next roll. So, Insha, please take advantage on the next of the 3 plays that you are able to do. And you can
Just to be so clear, that means that I've rolled the lowest out of all of us.
yes, so far that is correct.
What's up, Kavi?
And given how well Kavi succeeded, that should say a lot.
You know
what it is
what
is
I
that the
love?
Fey folks smile upon us is the thing.
Truly, the universe, Gay Pride said, "Hey, your game last night was kind of tough."
That is true. So the game that we recorded last night was for the other 5 system thing, Extreme Meat Punks Forever, and I was mean. Is the thing?
Danny,
You're always mean.
I was mean.
No, Danny was extra mean. Danny was mean enough that I started yelling at Danny on camera.
That's true.
Jeez.
That's true. Lovingly, the whole
Lovingly,
everybody
it
did.
was joke. It was.
No, I know,
half
but
joking.
like, dang.
Yeah.
It was.
Everybody was scared. Everybody was scared because they were an inch away from a TPK. So just right there on this our year of pride. I do it shorter.
Our year of pride, yes.
It should be pride every day.
Yeah.
Tell us more, Insha. Tell us more about this badass mouse.
So on a hit, you choose one, and then you choose 2 or 3 of the following. So the one you got to choose is: the storm rages around me, but doesn't move me from my place, or I ride the storm where it carries me, but don't lose my feet. Which one are you going to choose?
The storm rages around me, but doesn't move me from my place.
Let's go. And then you get to choose 2 or 3 of the following. I'm calm enough, I'm fearless enough, I'm patient enough, I'm quick enough, I'm strong enough, I can endure the pain, I can provide care and healing to those around me, I can provide calm and direction to those around me, I can provide strength and protection to those around me. I am X or I can X. 2 or 3 of those. What do you want?
Ooh. I am patient enough. I am strong enough. And because I think with the leanings, I can endure the pain.
Describe it at the level of the narrative, how you are able to effectively just blow this out of the water.
I think for her, because of the fact that she just has to remain cool under pressure, especially like everybody is so light and jovial and wonderful and kind and jokey and everything like that. She wants to keep everybody like that, and she wants to keep everybody like that, especially because of the fact that it's just like we have a performance to get done and we have things to do, and I don't need anybody to have to worry about this. I need people to worry about that. So if I can do this, then they can do that. And so she's so used to being quick and enduring a lot of things that a lot of people she doesn't want a lot of people to endure, and she's so like patient enough to just be like, okay, everybody, this is not that big of a deal. What we can do is I can hitch Gonzo onto you so we can pull you up a little bit, but what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to just, you know, all work together. Do we all feel like working together? You can't answer me no.
You get a full assent from those to whom you are speaking, and they get to work. And they do as asked because per fairy law and the law of infinite boxcars, a small infinity of boxcars, a limited infinity of boxcars, we are in a place where that is the thing that just happened. I love
Box
it.
cars and silk scarves. We have plenty.
Yeah. Let's do it. And you actually have 2 more plays that you can take now. One more to potentially address, if you want, you don't have to potentially address Marie, and one that you could potentially send toward one or more of your fellow PCs.
Um, are we still dealing with that one guy? That one guy who was like
Oh
went
yeah, we never
Hobby.
talked to
Drag
the
queen?
one.
Y'all went past the drag queen, so like the drag
Oh,
queen's
yeah.
around, but y'all haven't done a lot of like direct engagement.
I was busy not throwing clown noses.
Yeah, you defined so you defined their personhood, their very essence and soul, but have not spoken with them. Is where that's at. Yeah.
Small additional detail. I think about like 30% of the clown noses squeak. So it's not every single one of them, but some of them, like they hit and they just go.
Well, now I'm gonna ask you all to roll a d6, and on a 1 or a 2, it's gonna squeak whenever you throw it.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
that's the best way that I can get to close to 30%, right? So yeah, that's how that's gonna go. Good.
I think with that person, I think she wants to go to them and address them courteously.
Okay.
And ask them if they'd like a job.
To Avon. All right. When you address someone courteously, roll. What is your status on that? How much did you put on it numerically?
+1.
All right, 2d6 plus 1, please.
Dueling jesters.
That is 6.
Oh, he's
7,
not
8,
gonna beat
9,
me.
10,
I'm too
11.
Did you roll
11.
with advantage?
Oh yeah, you had advantage. You can
Oh.
you can roll another d6 just to see if you get boxcars again. In which case you get.
Unless you want to
advantage
hold
again.
it.
Yeah, I want to hold it for the next one.
Yeah.
Hold it. That works. That's perfect. All right. So on a 10 plus, so on any hit, They must answer you courteously in return, no matter their intentions or animosity toward you. On a 10 plus, furthermore, they must address everyone else courteously as well while you are present. Now, just so everybody knows, on a miss, while they must nevertheless answer you with courtesy, they may, if they choose, answer you with cutting and sarcastic false courtesy that you may consider an insult or that may even wound you. But that isn't what happened. You now impress them so much that they have to, in your presence, address everyone else with courtesy too. So, at the level of the narrative, how does that go?
She would go over to them and just be like, "Hello. I heard a little bit of, well, not really, because nobody, you know what? I'm talking to you now. So this is fine. Um,
Yes.
we were considering,
Mm.
because we need a little food in this little establishment that we have going on. How do you feel about performing and then also being a part of, hear me out now, little brunch experiment. Do you like hollandaise sauce? This is a very serious question. Do you like hollandaise sauce?
I have been known to partake of some hollandaise sauce in my day.
Ah, I knew you were. I knew. Perfect. Also, do you like orange juice?
I try to stay away from so much sugar, but the taste is nice.
Oh, great. So if we mix a little bit of that with some of the bubbly that we have in the last card, we are going to have a good time. Would you like to be in participation of that?
See, the type of sugar that I will take is the kind that exists in the bubbliness. So I will very much enjoy joining you there. Are you a part of a retinue here, invited guests?
You could say something like that.
And I suppose I just did.
Yeah,
Uh,
you know,
I-
we're on the same page. Look at that. Look at us.
Homie's gonna show up and see the organizer kneeling and is gonna be like, what the frick?
I think that may be what happens next. Do you walk, because you do have a play you can still do on the
Mhm.
PCs? Do you then lead Avon toward the rest of the PCs, wherein the organizer is fully knelt in front of Bijou?
I'm gonna add a little detail here, which is that like I like to think the camera kind of pans over to the experience that's happening right here. Uh, uh, oh, I'm so sorry. Orlin has fallen back into their wagon. Bijou is standing there very regally. The organizer is on the floor, and it kind of cuts over to Kavi, who is like waist deep in their wagon, throwing things out as they're searching for something actively, like in that very comic, like when you're sifting through a chest kind of deal. And so it's like I very clearly I seem very, Kavi seems very unaffected by the scene that is the kneeling happening, like in a comedically juxtaposed sense. And then the camera kind of pans over to to Noemi and David.
I love that. That is awesome.
Bijou's
And
very clearly like, oh, I'm sorry.
no, go. Bijou's what?
Bijou's very clearly like doing the like, like hold it, like.
And how is Orlin taking all of this in, if at all? Given your
Orlin
vantage point?
has popped back up and is like leaning his head and arms on the driver's seat as he had fallen backwards. They had fallen backwards, so they're like watching it all. Like,
Pretty good.
oh, that guy.
Oh, that guy. Right. I defined his personhood a little while ago.
No, not that. Nope. Oh, I've
That
been
guy-
looking for that for ages.
That guy really likes drag brunch, but won't talk about it.
And just hears drag brunch in the distance and says, "Well, darling, I was already brought in by your friend here. I'm sorry. What was your name again?"
Oh, I'm Nomi. Also, Orlin, Kavi, can you take care of them while I do something else? Thank you. You're babysitting them.
Kavi pokes their head out and goes, "No," and goes back to just going.
No.
Wait a minute. Mechanically,
If you're
are you
mechanically doing
something?
then that's different. But
Yeah.
if you're just asking, no.
No.
That's not in my job description.
Yeah, is this like an address them courteously again, or are you looking to do perhaps a what am I looking for here?
I was just doing a
Confront
drop
someone?
off.
Yeah, perhaps confront someone could do it.
Yeah.
I think confront someone was probably the best way.
Because if you are using a play in this instance, then I do have a different response based on the role play of it. But otherwise,
No. I fully it's like I fully expect a no, and then just be like, I have to mosey on off now. Bye. And like and then would leave them to that because she has to take care of another thing now.
Okay.
Orlin is
Oh,
going to
no.
size Avon up now that I know everything about them and I've defined their personhood.
Beautiful. What is your size someone up modifier?
+2.
All right, 2d6 plus 2.
And advantage.
Oh, that's right, 3d6 plus 2. Drop low.
It's not as good, guys. It had to end. But that is a 12 still.
Oh, boo-hoo!
Oh, boo-hoo!
It had to end.
It had to
Terrible.
end.
All right, when you size someone up, roll on any hit, ask them questions. They must answer honestly. These are things that you realize about them just from a quick look. You need not speak or interact in any way. On a 10 plus, so that's baseline. On a 10 plus, you ask them 2 questions. What do you do? What do you intend to do? How far are you prepared to go? Where are you confident and where are you uncertain? What do you hope will happen? What do you fear? How and how you prepared for each? I'm just going to say what happens on a miss because at this point I think I'm never going to get a miss the entire night. Ask the MC what goes wrong. They might have you choose one anyway, but be prepared for the worst. Perhaps you've revealed your attention or your intentions to them. So, Eli, Orlin is going to ask them questions. You're going to pick 2 from that list. What do you want to do?
Does it have to be from that list? Can I have another question?
It's a little ambiguous the way it's written. I'm going to say, nah. If you have another question, have another question.
It kind of goes with the theme, which is, why are you so grumpy?
Well, and now I was about to answer in character, but you don't actually need to talk to them about it. So my question to you is, do you ask them why are they so grumpy, or are you just trying to ask me above table?
No, I asked them, why are you so grumpy?
Well, you see, I found myself in an unusual situation here. You see, I actually am meant to be busier than this with more important things. This is my sister's event.
Oh.
And I like to keep my distance from a lot of the people who are here. And unfortunately, I've been pulled away from court and brought here for this. And I'm only here because I don't want to hear it from my mother. And I don't really like that.
So...
Are you okay with us responding? This is a question to Eli. Are you okay with us responding like verbally for the role play of it whilst this interaction is happening, or would you like to resolve this first before?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I was just gonna have coffee from the cart going, why are you making it our problem? You can make it their problem.
I mean, I didn't make it anyone's problem. Your friend over there brought me in for a brunch of some sort, and I found myself intrigued.
Well, your voice doesn't sound like it, so...
Is this not what you sound like when you're intrigued?
I am currently
No,
intrigued.
I actually don't know what they sound like when they're intrigued. They're very, very hard to read. So are you going to do anything to like mess with our performance or anything?
Oh, well, I will say, I do know the secret of Aglien's baby. I may find myself plied with enough bubbly to share it at some point. And if that gets out, it will be attention grabbing. And I hate attention, but I will say that that could impede whatever little performance you have just by taking the spotlight. I do that a lot without meaning to. It's my nature. I can't help it.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna play with my necklace a little bit, so he can see it, but this is not a move.
Okay.
I have on my necklace I always have the iron with me. It is a pendant. That is, it's almost like oh God, does anybody else remember? Oh, actually, I don't know if this is a thing. Did anybody else live through the phase where everyone had railroad? Where they had like nails and turned into ring.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. It's a little bit like the railroad ties. It's like, yeah, but it's like, so it's something that is stabbable. It's like a weird vampire steak, but it's like ready.
But for Faye,
it is cold iron that that Orlin is just playing with. It's like, okay, good to know.
I'm going to take a step back from you as you do that and say, well, that's so gauche.
Gauche. Oh no. Gauche. Gauche, you say?
Oh, dear.
That's not very nice of you. That's not very good of you.
Does gauche mean something
Insulting.
different where you come from than where I come from?
Can I
don't
do
know,
a thing here?
Orlin, that sounds like an insult.
I would like to do something to assist my homeboy. I
Hold
think
me back. I got iron.
Oh, hold you back.
I really want to
Will-
note that before you fully arrived at the event, you may be imposing true death upon an NPC.
No, I think what happens here is I don't know what like play this would be. I just think it fits the vibe. Is that I think as Avon says gauche, Kavi vanishes and reappears right behind him and just says, "What was that?" Like right behind his ear. I will gladly make that a confront someone or a vanish, but like it just like I would like to like in like almost in an instant like
Give me two. Give me two. Give me the vanish.
Okay.
And then give me the confront somebody. Although I will say, well, yeah, the way you're doing it, yeah, that's fine. Do it vanish and then confront somebody. What do you have on vanish?
Vanish is +1.
All right.
And that's at 11. Advantage? I don't have advantage. I didn't roll boxcars like everybody freaking else.
Fair
I only got an 11. But that means that I am gone. I'm gone, and I reappear behind him, and that's just what happens. And that's what I'm telling you is what happens. And then I'm going to confront someone. Kind of the idea being that I'm doing it in tandem with whatever Orlin's kind of instinct is. And I'm just going.
Beautiful.
What was that? like in his ear from the back.
I fully also appealed to fairy law, and I got an 8. So I am beholden to Fairyland for its verdict, but on any hit, Fairyland itself judges in your favor. So I think that actually like shows up as me going, "Gauche! Bijou! Noemi! This man insulted me."
Well, Bijou straight up was like, that sounds like an insult. Like, I feel like they very like much gesture away at the attendant that they were kind of messing with.
I think
like you can go.
Like,
I don't care who your sister is.
The attendant scrambles away. Mary's watching all of this waddling towards you slowly, because it can't waddle very fast, will not make it before you all resolve what you're doing, but we'll see what is happening. What's up with that confrontation roll? What'd that do?
Both Insha and Noemi are stressed.
I'm just trying to have a good day.
Yeah.
That's an 8.
Okay, that is an 8. So we are going to resolve that with, if they don't want to back down or force your hand, they can try to prevaricate, mollify you, explain, bargain, or justify themselves instead and say, well, I'm sorry, I didn't think that it would be considered an insult to simply be accurately descriptive.
Does he
There
turn
was
to
no
look at me?
malice intended. No, it just is talking over his shoulder. He can see a little bit of you, like he can catch a glimpse.
He sees weird black swirling out of the corner of his eye. That's all.
Ah, I see you have friends, and you are not from here, but of here through the life you've lived. Is that right? I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name with the pendant.
You don't get to know my name, and I'm gonna hold a grudge.
All right, what happens when you hold a grudge?
I just hold a grudge. I consider myself offended, and I will nurse my fleeting human grudge as long as I'm able. And listen,
Nice.
maybe I'll kill him in Act 2.
All right.
I kind of as Orlin kind of settles into the decision to grudge, you know, I think Kavi snickers just a smidge, and says, "You've made 2 unnecessary enemies," and then we'll kind of back away back into surfing through their wagon.
At that, I think actually that Avon, as Fey folk, takes offense at that as an insult.
Yeah, sure.
Is what happens.
Fight me, man.
Yeah, so I am going to confront someone.
Ooh.
And yeah. Hey, that is a 9. Because I don't think I actually get for NPCs. Well, actually, let me look. Let me take a look here. I don't see anything here that says that I get any modifiers. So yeah, it's just a 9. So if they don't want to back down or force my hand, they can try to prevaricate, mollify you, explain, bargain, or justify themselves instead. So I turn towards you and stare directly at you this time. What do I see?
You see the weird kind of stretching merging that is Kavi putting their mask back on.
Yes, little one, I don't think that I heard you correctly, because it is not possible that you are coming to a naming day ceremony for my sister's child and find yourself in a place where you would be so crass and rude as to insult me. That cannot be what I heard.
I have a question. What does force your hand mean, like mechanically?
It means that I would commit violence against you. If you don't listen to me, I do a violent.
How likely is it that a random person has cold iron or whatever it is called?
He's a Fae. He can't hold
Fae it. Cannot have.
He can't hold it. Okay, bet. I have no qualms, homie. I'm like, oh.
All right.
Oh, young one. I think Kavi's voice drops by like an octave, and you just hear, "You have never seen the likes of me." Young one.
So the violence, I don't think, if I'm looking at this correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think the violence actually takes a roll. I think it just happens.
Yeah, I think it also just happens, and so I choose one of the things.
Yeah. So and also, please also choose if you're wounded, shocked, affronted, or dismayed, because I'm just curious.
I am shocked. I know, I am affronted. He called me young one? Young? You know who's young? Orlin. Orlin's young. I have been here for way damn too long. And I am going to, okay, I am going to, I'm going to step immediately and fully into winter.
Ooh. Okay. Please describe what that is like. That is amazing.
The goal here is to be as freaking intimidating as possible, but also Kavi recognizes that like this person is hostile, and so I need to be protected. And so there's this almost like array of like sharp electricity, almost like static, that kind of echoes off of Kavi's form at the moment, and the purple in the sheen of the exposed parts that aren't covered by clothing. As and one of the lower set of arms literally like you watch as like the shoulder bits move up the back to meet up with the other shoulders, and the arms kind of broaden and flatten into beetle wings, as the purple vanishes from their skin. It becomes this sort of like it becomes this, it just is like black but shiny is the energy. Is just like it's like it looks sparkly, but you couldn't really pinpoint what color it's sparkling to. As the weird electrical like buzz sort of detaches from Kavi's person and starts to look more like little lightning bugs and little like fireflies and little stars kind of in the atmosphere like around them, as their personality almost shifts from being this sort of like oh to being like oh, and it's less like menace and more like I placating is not the word that I'm looking for, but it's the closest word that I can think of like it's less about how much can I bother you and more about I've clearly bothered you.
Right, I get that. Avon looks back at you with a face that you recognize as, oh, I've clearly bothered you too. Fun. And turns tail away from you both toward you, Bijou, passing you, but stopping for a moment, giving you a courteous bow, and says, you should know. The child is one of those, pointing over toward Orlin. Ta-ta. And walks off into the distance. I'm going to take another MC move here. MC play, excuse me. The wagons of the circus is standing, finally reaching the lush green field beneath the small hillock. The air smells of sweet river mint, damp clay, and the rich, intoxicating scent of fermenting cider. A vine-wrapped, paint-peeling pavilion stands at the river's edge, draped in wild morning glories. Gathered here are the neighbors of the Buckeye River, goblins, water nymphs, and sylvan spirits, all carrying elaborate, sparkling gifts. Emerging from the water, you already saw Mirai Blushboom, the playful otter spirit who hired you. Finally closer to all of you, after all of this waddling, shakes the river water from her glossy fur and whispers, oh, thank the stars you're here. Aglienne's baby's naming day has turned into a total minefield. The river spirit Aglienne is a proud mother, but her old grandmother, Stacca the Raven, has invited the ancient, dreadful peat witches of the Zumbro forest across the water. And at that exact moment, the willows part, stepping across the shallow rapids of the Buckeye River are three towering ancient figures, clad in cloaks of woven peat and rotting leaves, the Moss Weaver Coven. One of them, Granny Glass, carries a staff of walking blackthorn, and at her side is a wooden bird cage. Locked inside the cage, shrieking in terror, is Cheval, a mortal human miller from the great Moravia who wandered through a thinning of the veil by accident. Granny Glass looks at Aglienne's beautiful baby, then looks at your circus with cold, mossy eyes. Ah, the players have arrived. Grandmother Stacca, your celebration lacks true weight. We have been brought a great gift, the soul of this mortal human to be bound as the child's guardian. But if these circus players want to perform tonight, their show must make us weep tears of genuine ancient grief. If they fail to captivate our hearts, we instead will claim the human soul, bind the baby to our swamp, and burn their wagons to ash. Cheval weeps and rattles the bars of his cage. Grandmother Stacca nods her head, eager to keep the ceremony's schedule, while Agliane holds her, you at least, Bijou, now know, human baby close, looking at your circus in desperate hope. We are going to take our mid-show break, friends. Take a deep breath, grab some water, and we're going to be back in about 10 minutes, although for those of you watching this, it'll be whenever you want. You can pause here or not. If not, you'll see us in like a couple seconds to see how our circus prepares to size up the crowd, set the playbill, and stand against the Peat Witches of the Buckeye River. See you in 10, folks. Hey everybody, welcome back to Half of My Soul, one of our 5-system campaigns celebrating Pride. Happy Pride, everybody, even though I know it's July or later when you're watching this. But Pride is whenever the fuck we say it is, right? So happy Pride, and we're going to jump right back into Under Hollow Hills, exploring a beautiful, dark, sylvan, and deeply queer reclamation of fairy mythology. Stepping back into the Buckeye River, paper lanterns flickering under the willow boughs. The baby, who you have very quickly come to know now, is named Baby Brooke. And at least one of you knows is a mortal baby. Baby of the queen of the river, Agliane, is in Agliane's arms. Granny Glass and the Peat Witches of the Zumbro Forest stand with their blackthorn staves, demanding a performance of true tragic beauty, or else they will claim the mortal Cheval's soul and bind the child to their swamp. Before you get into that performance, there is an expectation of a giving of gifts, and that is where we begin. You see in front of you a woman that you have not met. Bees crawling in and out of her ears. She has an enormous overbite, wears a worn suit. She is a goblin you would recognize from a forest. And she is the caterer of this event. And she is walking the party through a meal of up to 7 courses. So she explains very quickly there will be hare stew, peanut butter sandwiches, chicken parm, blue cheese and tuna pie, dust bunny cotton candy, a sponge cake, and honey to finish us off. It is a robust tasting that she walks everyone through that takes quite a bit of time. Followed then by Zumbro the Forest, a face in a tree trunk speaking for the aforementioned forest, leaves for hair which move in the wind, in line with the wind moving through the forest across the river. Charming, threatening, apologizing for the threatening nature, not intending to be, and gifts a cottage within the heart of his woods, a place that will always be safe and warm. You see an image in the wind, dancing leaves creating the visage of this cottage, gifted to not Agliane, but Agliane's baby, Baby Brooke. There is Stacca, Grandmother Stacca, purple gowns, sharp teeth, endless white hair, and cataracts. You know immediately she does not suffer fools. She has planned this party on behalf of her daughter, and she will be damned if it does not reflect well upon them both. And so she gives a traditional gift, a silver hairpin in the shape of a moth, an heirloom from her own grandmother, given now to Baby Brooke. Aglienne herself, the River Queen, glistening silver scales, a floppy hat made of a lily pad, jet black eyes, carries herself like the winner of a local beauty pageant, though she wouldn't have wanted that attention on herself. She claims to be the Buckeye River incarnate, and this is her day, and maybe her kids, I guess, in the way that she speaks of it. Uh, you see Mirai Blush Bloom ready to move forward and present her gift, which is all of you, and she is pushed aside by Avon the Luscious, who you have met before. Avon walks up to his sister and presents a nanny goat for the kid to nurse from, since Aglienne will not be able to do so herself. And in his face, in the moment of presenting this unbearably mean gift, you see regret. And then, at the end of that, as a manner of presenting you with your additional gifts, waddling up is Mirai, says, "Well, I have here for the sweet baby Brooke." And you see in Mirai's face that baby Brooke does indeed present a sweetness to her. "I have the circus outstanding." And she presents the four of you, who are now welcome and expected to present your four gifts and immediately enter your performance. Who would like to go?
Bijou will walk forward. The move I'm going to use is my trapping, so I do not have to roll for this. And I am going to present Baby Brooke with a musical instrument of mortal make, contrary and unmastered. It is a fiddle in a case, and Bijou will smile and she looks at the baby and just, we find the ways to make this world our own, and I hope that in this gift of music that the baby will be as their namesake, the brook, and sing to us one day.
I love that. Who's next?
I think Nomi would kind of come up, and she has this scroll, and it's one of my trappings. But she has this scroll that she has a little, kind of like a little daisy in, and she would kind of like put it down and be like, this is for when you get older, and you need a place to escape, um, just for yourself. And it's a map of the flora and fauna fields that are around the area.
That is lovely. And you see that Baby Brooke smiles at you as they smiled at Bijou. And Aglienne smiles, not noticing the smile of her own child. And you are directed to the side.
Orlin steps up looking a little bit more tidy because everything that had gone down before has pushed them towards their more careful self. And I am going to sing my song of summer and winter, or winter. I don't know which one.
Right.
I do know which one. It's gonna be summer. So let's see how I do.
Nice.
Also, yeah, this will.
I'm gonna extend your advantage because it felt like you got a little shortchanged for that 666. I wanted you to be able to use it longer, and it didn't go out that way. So you're now going to have that advantage all the way through the end of the game. Happy Pride,
I'm
everybody!
special. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, if I roll a 10 plus the place where you are and all the players, fairies in it, turn towards the season you sing of. And also all the NPCs.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Oh
Was
my
it
god.
boxcars again?
No,
Oh.
it's bad. It's not good.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
But luckily, changing to winter, I added a stat because you got to change your stats when you change things in your when you change seasons.
Oh.
So yeah, you got to change all of them, Fish.
That's so cool. That's so cool. I'm gonna do that quietly whilst you're going. Don't worry about it.
One per thing. So
Awesome. Love that. And it's -1 from one, +1 to another
yes.
for each time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, don't mind me. Just keep going.
So the good news is that it is an 8 with all of that.
Okay. Okay.
So on a 7 to 9, the seasons don't turn, but any players, fairies who can hear your voice do, and any NPCs who hear you also feel the warmth or the chill.
Okay. So the seasons don't turn, but you all do towards summer.
Yeah. I'm going to summer, yes. And I just kind of look down at Baby Brooke and I see it's so strange because I don't see humans very often. So they look weird to me too. And I have a flash of a memory that I think maybe it's a memory, maybe it's a dream, but I kind of smile at Baby Brooke and I sing, "Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry." And I sing "Summertime" for everybody. Huzzah. And I gotta change my hat.
Love that. That is awesome. And
I'm
everybody
stubborn.
is able to go all the way summer, if I understand.
Hey,
the
so you
move-
changed
the
so
play
so
right?
Fish change all of those stats back. It's just-
Oh, I can change different ones, right?
You
Yeah,
can.
for sure.
It's
Okay.
iterative. So now you can do it again.
Yeah,
to,
now I
like,
have a
evolve
follow-up
further.
question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there a max to how much I can put into a single stat?
Yes, 3.
3.
Okay, hold on. I gotta redo this.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what? I'm not gonna, because like I'm not rolling that much for the rest of this. I know what I'm gonna be rolling and I know what that stat's gonna be, so we're just gonna go with it. Kavi feels this wave of warmth wash over them as the whole area is kind of inspired by Orland's song, and feels their kind of cape of wings turn back into arms, and feels their sort of like mischief rejoin their person. And they had been considering between like weird silk scarf basket full of like rattles and whistles and toys for the child, or dragon egg. And feeling this mischief wash back into their system, feeling the familiarity of like, what's a risk? They're gonna take the dragon egg and deliver it to kind of where the baby is, and it is a prismatic gem in the way that it appears. It reflects and refracts light into a fractal of rainbows around it. It looks almost like a like one of those light projecty things that projects stars, but like just prismatic little rainbows in a way that's very amusing for a child. And also very gay, because it's Pride. Happy Pride, y'all. Rainbows. But also it just looks very valuable, in case that's a thing that matters to the adults of the room. But it is visually very amusing for this child. It is also very sturdy. It is also very big. It is a dragon egg. And I am going to immediately kind of like grandly bow as I present this to them, and then I'm going to start tumbling backwards and do a trip it gaily as I immediately fall into my routine.
Beautiful. What do you got in Trip It Gaily after all those shenanigans on
+3.
number changes?
Nice.
All right. 2d6
I
plus
definitely
3.
didn't have a. I definitely didn't give myself a plus 12, and then realized that was way too high. I don't know what you mean. It's plus 3.
Plus 12. That's so funny. All right, 2d6 plus 3. Let's go.
That is a 12.
All right. Beautiful. So, yeah, you get to do that. I don't know if you also plan to do a circus thing with this too.
Yeah, this is immediately falling into my routine. So I'll
that makes
like
sense.
narratively, I'll describe it as it loops into that.
And just so that everybody knows, although our understanding of the circus plays is that everybody rolls on them for the sake of expediency and clarity in terms of just like teaching the game in this moment. We're going to let each individual roll for the group if they're going to involve themselves in a circus play. But go ahead, Fish, with resolving your 12, which is awesome.
Yeah. Kavi kind of leaps very gracefully off one foot, tumbling backwards into kind of a cartwheel that rolls back until you realize they're on stilts on their hands. They're standing on their hands, and then they jump up onto a tightrope that, like, when did that get set up, right? Like, who ties a tightrope in the middle of it? What do you mean? Wait, is that just like a string of silk scarves? When did that happen? Like, it's like Kavi is floating from prop to prop to prop to prop, jumping, leaping, bounding between things, really captivating the audience with their movements as they continue to interact with things that almost like evaded it very like the Disney green. It evaded their perception until they realized it was being interacted with, and then it was like, oh, it's been there the whole time. How did they do that? Oh my goodness. And kind of in this sort of in this grand performance, they're making a point to leap around above each member of the audience. They're trying to kind of weave to and fro to draw the eyes, draw the attention, and captivate the audience, which is going to be the circus power that I'm using. I want to inspire them to largesse.
Beautiful. So I'll read it out while you are going through it. You said captivate the audience. So the whole. Captivate the audience as a whole, inspiring them to largesse. When you captivate the audience as a whole, inspiring them to largesse. Call for a show of support. A unanimity means that they share freely what they have in plenty and also impoverish themselves of what they hold dear. A split or majority means that they only share freely what they have in plenty. A minority means that they applaud politely and tip well enough. So that's obviously going to be a strong hit and miss. And normally I think that would be resolved seeing like how it goes for everyone. In this case, you take the whole risk on your shoulders.
And guys, it's my turn for boxcars now.
Hey! It's a real shame that you don't have another roll to make on this game, probably. If you do, you can take advantage. And I'll say if you don't, you get advantage in your first roll in your next game in this campaign. Just remember that.
I'm gonna take advantage for the next roll of the next game because I think that right now Kavi's very in their element and they are thriving and they don't need the help. They got it handled.
All right, so unanimity means that they share freely what they have in plenty and also impoverish themselves of what they hold dear. So this is your success. You describe how this goes so well, and then I'll take the blow.
I think it distracts. Oh gosh, what was the mom's name again? Aglienne. I think it distracts Aglienne from the kind of selfish elegance that she's been so focused on maintaining into actually like relaxing into and enjoying the time that she's got here with her child and with her family and with the people that she's invited to this event, and in kind of seeing that everybody else is also enjoying this. I think what she gives that she's not willing to give is gratitude.
I love that. Absolutely. You get that she is fully gracious. Now, since you did the one that affects everybody, not just one person, I'm going to say that you get gratitude from everyone in the crowd. You see gratitude on Avon's face. You see gratitude on Granny Glass. You see, like, everyone who I described and everyone who I haven't is just so grateful to be here. Looking at baby Brooke.
Tiny
Would,
caveat, smidgen of a caveat. I would like Avon to be giving me concession. I want him to be embarrassed.
All right,
For his woes.
Avon is embarrassed because Avon realizes, oh, weren't born to what I was born to, and I could never do that. Right? But everybody else has gratitude, including Baby Brooke. Baby Brooke's in the audience too, and Baby Brooke looks at you with wide eyes and wonder, and you can see a glimmer of a future in love with performance. Who's up next? So everybody knows the way that we would normally do this is there would be sandbox play ahead of this, and that we're doing a truncated version for doing it all in one like session with the time that we have, and then you would have set your playbill, right? So you would be putting it on my sheet to be like, this person's going to go than that person. I'm letting you just determine it in the moment, but using the parlance of the game, who's next on the playbill?
I would argue that they're not on the playbill because they made the playbill. So, Noemi, what are you telling us to do?
Mm-hmm.
I think she would kind of be like, okay, Kavi's doing them. This is amazing for them. I love this for them. This is going to be delicious. It's already delicious. Look at the baby. He's doing this. Orlin, can you, do spotlight for me? We just need spotlights on every single person because, when our ringmaster comes out, I need a spotlight, and I need it to be beautiful because they are beautiful. You got me?
Absolutely.
You're amazing. I love it. And I think though she would also like look throughout the crowd, and then who was the person that like had a crush on the other person that was like waddling towards me before?
Actually, so the waddling person was the one who had a crush on the mom.
Okay.
So Mirai had a crush on Aglian.
The river otter has a crush on the water nymph. They're gonna hold hands in the river.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
I would like to use my circuit. Okay. So I think because Nomi is kind of just like, everybody's got this. I just need Orlin to just shine that light. Um and I think because that's also happening, uh I think she wants to change someone's fate with her circus powers. And in changing someone's fate is kind of just like, again, tell me this person's name again. One more time. One more time.
Let's look at Mirai.
Mirai. I think going up to Orlin and kind of just going like, okay, also, I need you to do me a really big favor. So when you like before our ringmaster comes out, because they're like gorgeous, and I know you can do this. I know you can do this. But I also need you to spotlight. Do you see that? Do you see that river otter? Like that the spirit otter right there, right
I
there.
do. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need you to also shine a light on them.
Okay. No, that makes
Right?
sense.
Yes. 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 Just for like a hot second, just a couple of seconds. I need, the mom to realize that they are the love of their lives. I know you could do it. Also, we have these little sparkly things that you can just put on top of
Yeah.
the
Shoot.
of
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Do we need
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
cell? We need the
Yeah,
rose cell. Okay,
yeah.
rose cell.
Yes. Oh my god. You are my favorite crewman. I will never ever ever ever. You can always come to me anytime you need anything. You are the best. Just shine that on her for more than 20 seconds,
Okay.
and then we will turn to Bijou. You got me?
Perfect. And we need the golden cell. We need the golden rod for Bijou. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
I'm ready.
because if you don't do
Which-
that, we all might die. So just
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have
yeah,
to
yeah.
keep going. Okay,
I got
thank
it.
you.
I got it. I got it. I got it. I'm ready.
All right. So
As Kavi is dancing around, you just see one eye like shift out of the mask to look at y'all like you're ready for the handoff.
So I do want an above table interjection. I want to let y'all know we're going to keep going with this because I love this. This is fully a home rule. I want people watching this to know because I did double check while we were doing this, and you all are supposed to vote on a single circus power. So each of you are supposed to use like a regular play and then vote on a single circus power at the end. So everybody watching, that's how the game's designed. We're going to keep doing what we're doing because happy fucking Pride, and this is fun for me. So we're gonna keep doing this with that in mind, and it lets us show off more things in the game, right? Which is what we want to do. So, so Naomi, what is the roll outcome that you're gonna give me? I need you to roll here for captivate someone in the audience by name. I believe is the one that you're doing here.
Oh, it's gonna actually be change someone's fortune because
Change someone's fortune by name.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Copy. Perfect. When you change someone's fortune, first name them, then name the way you want their fortune to change. You change anything about them except the nature of their past, their form, their seeming, their luck, their health, their circumstances, the privileges they enjoy, or the limitations imposed upon them. Call for a show of support. A unanimity means that the change you describe comes true in the absolute, and that your subject, this place, and the people here, if appropriate, are already beginning to forget that it used to be otherwise. A split or majority means that the change you describe comes true as you describe it, but that the change is not absolute, and the habits and memories of your subject, this place, and the people here might, over time or without care, reassert the old fortunes. A minority means that the change you describe comes true in broad, but also those who voted in opposition can, if they like, put their heads together and choose one way in which it does not come true. The way I'm going to do that, if you happen to have that outcome, is you all are going to decide how it comes true and how it does not come true. If you were to do this to another player's character, they can accept or demur and have you make a different choice instead. So, 2d6. What do you got for me?
I would also like to use that third
Go for
advantage
it.
roll. Okay.
Yeah.
This goes. She's gonna kiss, fall in love. It's 12.
It's boxcars again. It's a 12. All right, so you're also going to take advantage at the top of the next game that you're in. So please note that for yourself and help me remember. Unanimity. So the change you describe comes true in the absolute, and everybody's forgetting that it never that ever wasn't that. So how do you rewrite reality with this performance in such a fashion before we even get to the part that Orland does? So that now Marai's life has been changed inexorably.
I think as soon as like Orlin like shoots that spotlight, has those hearts like and everything, those roses and everything like on the thing shooting at her, I think immediately, um, I think she would take a play out of like Kavi's book and probably from where like she is probably
Mhm.
like throw a piece of paper that she had crumbled with like notes on it and like throw it at the mom to be like, look over there, look over there, look over there, look at her, and she look at them, look at them, and would like just like sit like literally lean probably in the back of like Orlin and be like, is she looking? Is it working? Is it working? Is this working? Is this working? It has to be working.
It looks like it. So you hear a Jamaican crab singing. It's very strange.
Yeah, well, and to the mellifluous sounds of Under the Sea. You can't get me, Disney, because I didn't sing it. Then you find that reality rewrites itself, and Aglianne and Marai are actually seated next to each other. They always have been, holding hands. Both mothers over baby Brooke. living the life that they deserve to live together, full of love. And Aglianne in this version of reality is much less concerned with herself and how Baby Brooke makes her look, and more with being present and grateful in the moment, because she found true love, and that was what worked for her. Orlin, for your side of this interaction, would you like to use a different circus power, since that's how we're doing this right now?
I would like to be a crew member for a little bit and save my thing for after Bijou's, because I'm going to use Bijou as a distraction.
Okay, that works. You could close it out. Bijou, what do you
Yeah.
got?
So Bijou comes out in the lighting that makes their copper antlers look golden. Fine white silk shirt, gold silk corset, has this cane that is like a white beech branch that extends upward over them, so they have like this canopy of like golden leaves over them as they walk up. And they start talking about like the stories of life and how we hope that Baby Brooke has a good life. And I am going to call out, but there is one here assembled that I believe deserves the chance to write their own fate. Cheval. And I'm going to try and change Cheval's fortune. It is the right of all here assembled, both mortal and fairy, that we all be free.
I love that. Yeah, 2d6, just flat. Although, do you have advantage on anything?
I
I
do
just saw
not.
the ant's name. I just saw the ant's name. There's Aunt Cheesewall? What the hell? I missed
That
that
was
one.
the
Aunt
lady who
Cheesewall's
was...
I missed Aunt Cheesewall. I was
Aunt
distracted.
Cheesewall's the one who kneeled before Bijou. Was
Oh.
Aunt Cheesewall.
I didn't hear Cheesewall.
Yeah.
Wow.
Aunt
Anyway,
Cheesewall's a herald, so that's why Aunt Cheesewall didn't give a gift. Aunt Cheesewall's working.
sorry, Bijou. I got distracted by Aunt Cheesewall.
It's all good. So, good news, bad news. Bad news is I did not get boxcars. The good news is I still got a 10.
Hey! Love it. So you are also able to rewrite reality in a way that everyone is already forgetting was ever different. So how are you rewriting Cheval's reality with your performance in this moment in a manner that makes it so that their reality was never what we saw before and has always been what we see now, which you are also able to define?
I think Bijou gestures, like bows towards the assembled coven, very respectfully. But as they bow, you hear like the door of the cage literally open, and as it's blackthorn, it grows like wildly, but it was never there, so it visibly starts to wither, and you see Bijou go, "Come on," and like call Cheval forward. And as he comes down, you see these like little bowers of beech trees come out to make steps for him to walk out. And he was just like, "You've always been a guest of our circus, right?"
And Cheval says, absolutely. And my question to you, because you've rewritten the reality, is what sort of circus performer do you think Cheval is?
I think Cheval is a strong man. I think he was kept, his vitality was the reason why they were going to sacrifice him.
My new boyfriend.
You read my mind, by the way. I need you to know that I was going to make him a strong man. I need you to know that was what was going to happen. So
He's
it's
a
so much
miller.
more
He's
beautiful
got to
it
be
came
lifting
from
those
you.
bags of flour.
Yeah. That's what it is. All he does, you know how, people will do that thing where they're like flipping the tires or whatever to work out. He does that, but just with bags of flour, right? Just all the time. Incredibly ripped. The biggest bags of flour you ever did see. Back around to Orlin, to our lostling, to the only mortal. Now alongside Cheval, not the only
And
mortal.
the baby.
Actually, never was the only mortal. And the baby, but the baby's not in the circus. The baby is,
That's true. As
Not yet, anyway.
As everybody is
plans.
I'm getting the baby. No, as
you laugh. I can say this because it's not going to happen here. More than one person was trying to get the baby.
Yeah.
More than one person was trying to get the baby.
Amazing.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and make my way around the group as everyone is distracted by fate, by the universe changing multiple times. And I'm going to go up to Avon, and I'm going to hold the cold iron up to his neck. And I'm going to say, you promise to leave that baby alone or I kill you now.
So you're going to confront someone.
I'm going to, when I touch a fairy with cold iron is what I'm going to do. I have the tip to their neck.
Okay. Read that out for me so that I know
when you touch a fairy with cold iron, roll on any hit. Choose one of the following. If the fairy you touch is another player's character, they choose not you. But this is not a player's character. This is a dickhead.
Yeah.
So they can be. They will promise you anything you ask to be free of the iron's touch. What do you make them promise? They are genuinely frightened of you. They are so genuinely frightened of you that they immediately and truly abandon their interests and concerns, flee, and come near you never again. You press the iron to them cruelly, and they die. Other fairies don't understand this is true death and just wait for him to come back.
Love it. All right, let's go.
Depending on what he says, we're going to find out what the answer is.
Yeah.
Advantage. All right, it's not boxcars, but I did button back up, and I have a +3 in touch on. Oh my god! So that is a 12.
Okay, so on a 10+, you keep them you can keep them quiet while all this is going on. So, which one are you going to choose?
Do I want to kill him? No. I'm gonna make them promise me anything I ask for to be free of the iron's touch. I'm gonna say, if you touch that child, if you do anything to hurt or harm or dismay that child, I will finish the job.
I believe you, and I am sorry, and I promise you on my honor as Avon the Luscious that you will never see me do anything but exactly what it is you want me to do or not do with this child.
Had better not hear or feel or any other bullshit loophole that you can come up with. You will not hurt or hinder that child in any way.
I will not hurt them. I will not hinder them. You have my word. No loophole.
Okay. Because I can hold a grudge. And I will be holding this one for a long time. Take that for fucking gauche. And then I walk away.
Clip that shit. Take that for fucking gauche. Y'all could not have had a more successful run of Under Hollow Hills if I don't know if it were gift wrapped. Like, it was incredible. As we close out and you are ready to move on to the next place, you all can each take a final moment with your character, with each other, looking out on the people here, looking out on the horizon to where you want to go next. In turn or together, please say what you'd like to say as you close out this day.
I would like to go at the end. I have a funny haha for the end.
Okay.
I fully go up to Cheval and I go, so hi.
Hello. You're also not.
Yeah.
I guess I'm a lostling. I don't remember much. It's starting to come back to me. I think we've known each other for a long time, haven't we?
I think we have. It's a little strange. Do you want to just move into my wagon? There's a lot of room and there's door handles so the Fae can't get in. For some reason, they can't deal with wooden door handles.
puts, if this is okay with you, puts his hands on both of your shoulders and says, "Honey, what are you talking about? I have dinner ready for us in there. Are you?"
That's right. That's exactly what this has been the whole time. I'm.
Yeah.
And like, I think like takes the pendant and puts it over his neck and like holds hands like little otters and goes to dinner.
Yeah, and goes to dinner. Love that. Who's
I
next?
feel like he passes by. Are you still like careful, or are you like free now?
It's free.
I think I'm free now.
They're free.
They
I
walk
think,
by.
well, you were, right? Because you had the summer turn from the song.
But I went back because I went to go.
Oh, but you went
murder
back.
somebody.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So you went back. That's true. That's
So
true. Yeah.
as you
I'm
walk
just
by,
buttoned up. Yeah.
I feel like the camera pans Bijou. Just you're welcome. And Bijou will go over to Naomi.
What's great about that is canonically, Bijou will lose the understanding of that. Maybe might hang on to it. That's up to you. But fully, Orlin has no idea what the fuck you're talking about because it's turned into them remembering the whole life that they lived.
Oh, I
already,
introduced you,
first of all.
obviously.
This is my husband.
But I feel like it follows Bijou, who goes over to Naomi and thank you as always for being the wonderful production between all of these individuals. You are always amazing, and they, as usual, this is like a known flirtation they do. They grab your hand, and if you're cool with it, like do like the mwah at the back of the hand. It's just like you are always fantastic, darling.
And then she like she just like full blown just like giggles and goes, that means like a lot coming from you. Oh my god, why am I talking like yes, thank you. That's nice. Oh no.
Sounds like
Now-
somebody's gonna head to the woods. I don't know.
I was saying, couple quick little mechanics things. One is technically I'm supposed to ask you if you're moving towards summer or winter. I think the answer for Orlin is obvious.
Summer.
Moving towards summer. So please make sure to roll that into what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Do you
actually. That's the
do
whole
we
thing I
need to
did.
change our season, or can it stay the same?
It can stay the same. It's just the idea of where you're going next. It's meant to be
Gotcha.
anticipatory for like how are you going to enter the next day,
Cool.
the next session.
Beach episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Bijou has taken one step towards winter. It's just the like they're just hot. Like,
Yeah.
they're
I
so
love
pleased
that.
with everything that they're just like.
I love that. It's perfect for Bijou's type of hot because it's a little bit of that distance, like you can't touch. I'll let you
Mhm.
look. You know? Like just like you can see here. Love that. You know me.
I think first of all, I think after probably leaving Bijou would just be like on like it's like after the performance when they like do it and then this like the flirtation happens, like Nomi is just kind of like I'm on a like it gets into her maniacal and then all of a sudden she's just like, oh no. Did Kavi eat? She go check on Kavi. And then like wants to go and make sure that they're okay. But mhm.
In that moment of the I should check on Kavi, out of nowhere, you see a little plastic clown nose whoosh by you, smack Bijou in the face, and then fall at your feet.
I need a D6 roll
Cool.
for what
I
we
got it.
discussed
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
Oh,
Use a card.
Oh, it
Wait.
squeaks. It's a 1. It
It's-
squeaks.
nice.
It
All
squeaks.
right.
It squeaks so loud. It hits Bijou square between the eyes, and then falls to the floor and rolls to your feet. Noemi, and it's got a little like it's got a silk scarf wrapped around it, like tied around it, and the silk scarf has like a note really crudely scribbled on it in a crayon, which doesn't stick very well to silk, but obviously like I have a lot of silk scarves, not that much paper, so we're going with it, and it just says and it just says, "Good job, THX."
Good job.
Like,
I love that.
Good job, thanks, but like THX.
Yeah.
she'd probably like pick it up, look at it, and then just be like, "Oh." And like her ears don't go down; they actually like twitch outward, but then she just like kind of like looks over and be like, "Are you hungry?"
I did. From you look over to Kavi's cabin wagon, where they have so many things you've never really bothered to check. And from inside, you suddenly get a waft of like salt and like spiced pungency as it moves towards you, and Kavi just sticks an unnaturally long arm out of the silk scarves, holding like a cured salami stick, just going, "I got it, thanks." It recedes back in, and it's just miscellaneous rumbling from within.
Like, I think
That
Nomi
is
would just
fantastic.
Nomi would just turn and just be like, "If you need a drink," and then just would be like, "Okay, I'm going to go." And then she just puts the nose on her nose and then just like walks away.
It's canonically a squeaky one.
It is canonically a squeaky one. For both of you, is that moving toward summer, moving toward winter?
Kavi has moved fully towards summer from the song and is staying there.
Love that.
I think
Yeah.
I think Nomi's moving towards winter and like kind of has like these like bright eyes of just like, "Oh wait, are they do me and Kavi actually have a good relationship? Thank you. That's the first time they've ever said thank you." Like basking in that, but then also just being like, and then Bijou touched my hand. "Okay, we can go now." Like fully in her queer.
I love that. And as the caravan rolls onto the vanishing road under the crooked moon, our story keepers look to the next horizon. Our second myth has ended, but our third is waiting in the wings. Next week, we are stepping away from the sylvan magic of this circus and descending directly into the misty, dark Gothic forest of 9th century Great Moravia. We are playing Potvory, a brilliant Slavic tabletop role-playing game designed by Antony and Maxim Shapov. We're going to stop fighting the monsters to the degree that we have in the past couple of sessions, and we will become them. Fish will be absent next week and leaving our trio of Eli, Insha, and Neon to play their characters there. They will stand together as a found family of monsters to protect their ancient wilderness from the extractive greed of, you'll find out. But it's always capitalism. Yeah, it's my shtick. Before we say goodbye tonight, I want everybody here to let all of you wonderful people, thank you for watching this, know where you can find their stuff. So we are going to go from Fish, commish the fish in this, our month of wrath, to Neon, to Insha, ending with Eli, back to me.
Hello, I am Fish. You can find me all over the interwebs as Fish Finley. I sing, I draw, I play games. It's a very fun time. I go by they, them pronouns. I currently do have commissions open, but that will not be the case for long. Slots are limited, so if you would like to commission me now, because it won't be up for very long. Also, I am everywhere all the time, constantly everywhere except my own channel, so feel free to check out my card to see all of the stuff I'm up to. That's the most up to date on links where you can find me, where this like what channels I'll be streaming on, whatever nonsense. In addition to that, you may have noticed, have gotten really into Doctor Who content. So if you want to see some Doctor Who shenanigans, go check out my Instagram. And that's all for me, folks.
Hello, I am Neon Saline. That is neon like the light, saline like the drip. And you can find me just about everywhere on the internet underneath that name. The only exception is Blue Sky, where I am neonsaline.com, which also happens to be my website, where you can find all the stuff I've been doing prior to this. I'm going to be real with you. I think everything I'm doing right now is pre-recorded, so I can't really talk about much of it. So just follow me on Blue Sky, and I announce when stuff is happening.
Insha. Yeah, good.
Hi, I'm Insha. I will be Insha tomorrow, and unfortunately, every day other than that. Sorry about it. That's just my thing now. I can be found.
Unfortunately,
We don't accept
unfortunately,
that.
We're so
Inter-
fortunate.
or but for these
Paragon
people,
interrupt. It's
for
all
these
fortunate.
for these people, fortunately, for
Very
everybody else
fortunately.
who has ever really like dealt with me and had me talk about Love Island, unfortunately. Um,
There, there are.
but you can find me on the internet, or you don't have to. I'm at Instagram with 2 eyes on Instagram. You can find out all of my book shenanigans on intrafitzpatrick.com. I'm trying to be
Pre-order.
better.
Pre-order.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to be better about promoting this. But you can buy my graphic novel from Penguin Random House called The Girl Who Loved Monsters. And it's going to be out on July 28th. Pre-orders are awesome. Also, if you could tell your local librarian and just poke them for me and just be like, "Hey, look, it's a black girl on this cover." That would be awesome too. And I do a bunch of stuff in like tabletop, dog. I don't know where I'm ever gonna be, so just like, just look for me. Anyway, to Eli.
Hey everybody, it's me, Eli. They them pronouns. The place that you can catch Insha and me in July and I think into August is on Find Out Productions playing Deadly Crescendo, a Cowboy Bebop game where I torture Insha. But it's fun. You can also find me here at Streaming Rainbow all the time. You guys know this. And we will be playing Inferno. Ironically, the Wrath level with Neon into July. And to the end of July. And then I'll be taking a break in August while we gear up for the next level of hell. So just get in our Discord, check out our socials. We got a ton of stuff, cool stuff happening. We've got Oceania. We got happy stuff, sad stuff. We got everything. So yeah, just get in our Discord and come hang with us because we're pretty fun. Danny, your turn.
I'm also here at Streaming Rainbow on the staff doing lots of stuff. I'm Danny Mendoza, he, him, Danny R. Mendoza. Everywhere internet stuff is found. So you just put Danny, the letter R. Mendoza into whatever, and I'm there. But Blue Sky is a good place to follow me for TTRPG updates. And I swear to you, I promise, I really mean it this time. One of these days, I'm going to remember to put my link tree into my bio on my Blue Sky so that you can see all the stuff that I've been in more easily. But hey, go check. Maybe you'll see if I did it. Yay. And if I did, say hi. And come join the Discord. And like and subscribe here. And I'm in a bunch of stuff. And I'm doing a bunch of stuff for Pride all throughout July on a bunch of different channels. I'm doing a bunch of stuff on a bunch of different channels that I'm running and that I'm in. We don't have time for that right now. Just follow me and you can see all that stuff. But what I will say that I want to spotlight is some of the fine folks here are in, we have mentioned it before, Oceania 2084. It is a fantastic game that we are doing a really incredible, ambitious, multifaceted campaign of here on Streaming Rainbow. And over on Many Face Plays, a bunch of these same folks are also a part of The Time We Have, which is a collaboration among 30 plus artists so far. We are accepting people on an ongoing basis, wherein we're allowing people to not just play brothers or even just siblings, but any kind of relationship that they want. In that game, it's descended from the Queen game. We're allowing people to do a true West pairing approach, meaning that they can do 2 sessions together, one where they play one role, one where they play the other, because it is a duet game wherein one is the infected and the other is the survivor. So check those projects out as they come out, because they have really incredible people involved in them. They have a lot of important things to say about this world. Lastly, I really do once again want to plug Under Hollow Hills, because this is incredible work. Genuinely, the people who made this game have made it possible for the games that many of us love most and play most in the TTRPG space to exist, or at least some of the games that we love most to exist. Without them, they wouldn't exist. And this is one of the best games that they've made. I am really grateful we got to play this tonight. I can't wait to play more of it. Maybe you'll see a full campaign of this coming your way at some point whenever we can fit that in. But in the meantime, we love you. Happy fucking Pride, and have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.